Chatting.
Hello, Lagonic. Hello, Star Jeff.
Hello, chat. How you doing, y'all? How you doing, my doggies? What's going on, homie Jays? What's the story? What's going on? How you feeling? Good to see yous. Oh, man. What a week of game announcements. Holy smokes. Oh, my goodness. What a week of game announcements, dude. Holy smokes. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now what do we got? Nothing in this month to play. Nothing in this month to play in June, dude. Thank you very much, Starlight, for the sub, big dog. Thank you, man. Thank you. No, I didn't see the Dusk Bloods trailer. That's Switch, right? I'm not that in... I probably won't play it, honestly. I probably won't play something that's a Switch exclusive. It's just not really my realm, you know? It's not really my world, you know? Nintendo's isn't really my galaxy, you know? Nintendo's not really my thing, you know? I watched Maximilian watch some of the, you know, their kind of announcement stuff, and I was just kind of like, nah. Nah. Quite the interesting array. I'm going to say something that might sound bonkers. With the release of GTA 6 and all the announcements, this might be one of the best years of gaming we've had in 10 years. My goodness, so much is happening. I think you would need one big more release for it to happen. You know, you got to remember that, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War came out pretty much at the same time, you know. So we'd have to have one more big release, you know? What's good, Craig? I'm very good, Taco. Just chilling today. Might come on, chat for a little while and see how it goes, you know? See how it goes. Yeah, it's been a good year for gaming. Good year for gaming. Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Yeah. And hello, Scuffo. How you doing? Y'all? Y'all, what's going on, y'all? Hello, Matt. Hello, G-Maz, Cookie Person. How you doing, big dog? Joe Chels. How's it going, Craig? I'm going really well, man. Really well. Just chilling. Had a bit of a day off yesterday and just read comics. I finished the first Invincible comic book, like the one of these big ones you see there. I finished the first one and I'm up to number 2, so that's pretty cool. Man, it's really boring. Invincible's really boring, chat, believe it or not. Dude, the only good bits are the bits with the Viltrumites. I don't like the extra stories in Invincible. I just like the Viltrumite bits, you know. I like the main story. The show's much better than the comic. Yeah, it's much better. The extra stories are cool, but I'm not that interested in Fire Guy. You know what I mean, chat? I'm like, when I read a Batman comic, I want it to stick to Batman. Yeah, and it's like, kind of gets a little bit crazy. You know, kind of gets a little bit wild, you know. Honk, how you doing? Thank you very much for the sub. How you doing, big dog? Yeah, went to gym yesterday. Yep. I only have one day off of gym a week, chat. I only have one day off. It's flaring up my eczema though, as you can see on my face and stuff, but it happens sometimes. It's just the Melbourne weather. It gets crazy. It was cool to see you play Arkham, Craig. That was cool, huh, dude? Like, man, I still do want to play Origins. I'm just a little bit Batmaned out, if you know what I mean. That was a lot of Batman. So I'm not going to go straight into Origins. Hell nah. You know, I'm a little bit Batmaned out. I played all the 3 main Arkham games in 4 or 5 days. I beat them all in a week, which is fucking unreal. Like, that is pretty crazy. You know what I mean? That is pretty crazy. New Zelda. Oh, really? I'm not that interested in... One's in the chat if you like Nintendo. Are you guys like interested in Nintendo? Do you guys like enjoy Nintendo games? Like I'm not a Nintendo guy. Honestly, the only reason I ever play them is, you know, for streams with friends, if you know what I mean. Like if I'm at like Fruity's house and we do like the co-op games. But other than that, not really for me, you know? Not since I was about 12. My first console was a Nintendo 64 into the original Xbox. That was the way my journey went. But I used to play the old Star Wars games and stuff on the... Damn! Let's relax. A couch stream's going to return. Probably not. No, probably not. It wasn't really that... Couch streams, they don't... I know it sounds weird, but they just don't do very well. They just don't do well, you know? They're not actually what we find that chat wants. The chat's dead. Not many views, not many subs, not many follows, not much interest, you know? There's just not enough interest, if I'm being honest. Like, it is a numbers game with the couch streams, and like you might as well just sit here and do just chatting rather than doing a couch stream. I know that sucks for the people that like couch streams, but you know, you got to also, it is, you do the things you love, but sometimes you got to do the things you love intelligently, and you might as well spend a day working on Wanted rather than doing a couch stream. You know? I know that sounds bad, but it makes, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You might as well. When did you get Night done? 2 days ago. Almonds finished. Done. But I didn't do the side quest, so does it count? Probably not. I still would like to do a lot of that side content and stuff, but yeah. But never say never. I mean, you know, people always ask me if I'm ever going to play Fortnite ever again, and I do sometimes, you know. Dude, Honk, you subbed for 59 months. Thank you, dude. That's really nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you get the Nightfall Protocol? Yeah, we did see it. I didn't do it because you need to do 7 side quests to do it, but yeah, did see the ending. Which was pretty cool, But you got to do 7 side quests, like the main ones. Can we 1v1? Oh my goodness. Dude, the amount of people that used to ask you to 1v1 me, oh my god, dude, that's a blast from the past. Dude, I don't play multiplayer games that much on stream anymore, so it's like, dude, you just gave me like a PTSD attack. Dude, I don't get asked that kind of stuff anymore. Good morning, chat. Morning, everyone. How you doing, everyone? Good morning. Blast from the past. Hey, it's still early, man. It's still early, you know? Any movies or series you're watching? I'm reading through Invincible. I'm reading through Absolute Superman. I'm watching the TV show called From. That's my stuff at the moment that I'm consuming, which is pretty good, which is pretty cool. Yeah, my days are usually get off stream, work with like editors, eat food, gym, get off, do a little bit of extra, maybe sponsor work. It's the end of tax year, so I have to do tax shit, you know. Got to do that a little bit. And then, you know, I like to sit down with either a comic book or like me and Baz. We watched a World War I documentary yesterday, the one that Peter Jackson made. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, From confuses the shit out of me. Dude, I love it, Stu, though. I love it. I like that, I won't spoil anything because it's a mystery, and I really recommend it, but I'd really recommend the show From. I love it, dude. Such a bingeable show, but I like that it's starting to get to a point where they're starting to figure some stuff out, and it's not just all mystery, and it is like, okay, like, I know some shit. Oh, it's such a good watch. I love it. I love it. It's not for everyone. No, it's on Stan. You got to get Stan, you know, but you know what I'm doing at the moment? I don't have Netflix. I don't have HBO. I only have Stan. That's the only thing I have. And then when I'm done with my show on Stan, I'm canceling that subscription and I'm on to the next, if you know what I mean. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not having like 5 ones at once, dude. Like, it's just insane these days. I do like Disney Plus. Oh, that's the other one I do. I do have Disney because I like to put on like, you know, some Disney movie, you know, some bloody Iron Man show when I'm like cleaning or walking around the house, or I like to put on like, you know, Disney Plus has a lot of really good ones for like chilling in the house. It has Bob's Burgers. Yeah, it's got all that kind of, yeah, a little bit of Frozen. You know, do you want to build a snowman? No, fuck off, bitch. You know, it's too chilly outside. You know, leave me be. You know? Don't know what she's tripping on. You know? Yeah, they got like Hulu on there and stuff like that. And my Samsung TV comes with the ESPN. So, dude, it's pretty nice. Sometimes in the mornings, I get up. And it's W's in the chat for this. It's W vibes. I get up and like Baz has the basketball playing on the screen. I don't know why that's such a vibe, and it's like raining outside. It's nice. Do you know how to torrent movies? Yeah. I just don't want to. You know, I know that sounds really surprising to a lot of people. I can't be fucking asked, you know? Dude, I was torrenting. I mean, I was not torrenting, and I've never torrented anything before in my entire life. But I was there at the birthplace of like LimeWire and, you know, yeah, LimeWiring everything. I remember if I was to have used LimeWire, I remember this story that a friend told me where he LimeWired the paid version of LimeWire. Insane days, insane times. Not that I did that. I would never do that. Give me that shit version of songs. Oh, yeah. Well, it depends on how old you guys are, but remember when Apple really started to lock down songs? I don't know if anybody remembers that. This is like 15 years ago. This is like 15 years ago, dude. But like, maybe even closer to like, you know, I'm 33. Like, back when I was in high school, Apple Music really started to like fuck everything up. And you had to pay for your songs. Like, you had to. You had to pay for your song. So like we had to use LimeWire and like Pirate Bay to download, you know, fucking Beyonce's new song. You know, crazy. Insane. Yeah, they were like $1. Yeah, they were like $1 songs. Yeah, like, yeah, $0.99 each. Yeah. Actually. Or like $1.29 or so. It was a weird number. It was like $1.29 for a song or something. Fucking hell. Oh, crazy. Do you want to build a snowman? Do you want to see a dead body? Getting paid games on the App Store free. Crazy times. Nice haircut, Craig. Thank you, Krim. I just did it for a reset on the old scalp, you know, but it's coming along nicely. I get bad psoriasis and eczema. I think I've told chat, like, you can see where my hair's been pulled out here from like the eczema and stuff, but I'm on a medicated shampoo and stuff, so it's getting better. W's in the chat for that. It's getting better and it's already grown back. It's nice. I was like, chunks of my fucking scalp were coming out, dude. Like, not to be too gross, but it was getting pretty gross. I just had some topical one, Ernie. Some like powerful topical thing, you know? I forget. I don't think it was ICQ, whatever that is, Ernie. I don't know if it was that. Crazy how consumers fuck the industry by downloading, and somehow the industry has now fucked the consumers and artists by swindling everyone with the whole streaming thing. I think physical media is the way to go. I'm going to fill my house with DVDs and like all that. I'm going to go back. I've already cut down all my streaming services, or I'll just have like one streaming service a month, pay the $15 for something I really, really like. But dude, yeah, it's like so boomer to have like physical media, but it's also the best. Like, because I had this thought the other day where it's like, what do we fill in our homes with? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do we fill in our homes with? Like homes are so boring and minimalist now because you got everything on fucking, you know, you don't have like your record player. You don't have like your DVD collection. You don't have like a manga collection, a comic book collection, a book collection. You don't have like a philosophy book collection. Nobody buys like stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh man, I don't know. I've been feeling that a little bit more. If you know what I'm saying. Think of all the microplastics in DVDs. I feel like it's worth it. I'm not fucking eating them. Fuck!
Christopher Nolan said the same thing. Physical media is a lost art and he encourages people to stay with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I think. Yeah. I think it's definitely the way to be. I think it's definitely the way to be. Jordan, thank you very much for the sub, dude. Thank you. Is physical 4K still a thing? Like, what's the main physical media people buy these days? Is it Blu-ray or is it those 4K cases? It's Blu-rays. Okay, because I looked up 4K DVD player and it just kept sending me to Blu-ray. Blu-ray has, so I just buy a Blu-ray. Fuck, I sound so... I actually don't sound boomer. I now sound zoomer because now I don't know how to run a fucking DVD player. How do you run a DVD player? You know, it's like, if it's not on the screen, do I buy the disc and put the disc in the thing? You know, HD DVD. That's what I need something. But seriously, right? Like, fuck. And dude, can I be honest? I'm getting real pissy with the streaming services and how shitty their bitrate is. Getting real shitty with it. Real shitty with it. Real shitty with it. I was watching Disney Plus last night. Logan versus Wolverine versus Deadpool. Bro, so blurry. And it's not my internet. I have 2,000 up, 2,000 down. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's actually, and the audio is so bad. It's like, dude, I think physical media is coming back. You know, I think I'm getting back into it, man. Like, I'm going to just start going to fucking... Oh, you're right. I could just use my Xbox that I've got down here. Does the Xbox have a disc tray? I don't think mine does it? Oh, it does. Does the Xbox play 4K movies? Does the Xbox play 4K movies? Yeah? Ooh, okay. Damn. That's nice. Fuck, I'll plug that in. I won't go buy a big... I'll just use my... Because I had the Xbox plugged in upstairs and I was playing... There's an old original Xbox game I was playing where you're in a plane. And it's like, that's all you're in. And the front cover is like a red plane going towards the cover. I don't know if anybody... Not Ace Pilot or... Crimson Skies! I was playing Crimson Skies. Yeah, Crimson Skies, that's it. Yeah, I was playing that not too long ago, but then I had a sponsor to do, so I unplugged it all, brought it all downstairs for the bloody sponsor. You know what I mean? And now I'm going to plug it back in, and I'm like, where's the physical media? Where's the physical media, you know? Really, will an Xbox play a Blu-ray? I know this sounds stupid, but will an Xbox play a Blu-ray disc? Yeah, so it'll play 4K, Blu-ray, anything. Okay, cool. You can also download Blu-rays on Xbox. You can download like a Blu-ray version. That's pretty sick, dude. That's pretty sick, dude. That's all right. Far out. That's nice. All new-gen consoles do it. It's better than... I was looking at fucking like DVD, Blu-ray players, you know, HD, DVD and all that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all these, some of them are so fucking expensive as well. Some are cheap. But I was like, oh my God. Shit's so bad we have to have consoles to stream. We have to use, yeah, dude, like the streaming services fucking just suck ass at the moment. I mean, not to ruin a chance of a sponsorship, Netflix, if you want to sponsor me, do it. You know, but man, don't know, you know. PlayStation 5 will also play Blu-ray, does it? So both PlayStation and Xbox, well, I use my PlayStation for my Platinum, so that's all plugged into my Elgato downstairs. So I'll probably take my Xbox upstairs and just use my Xbox for that. And then I've got another PlayStation 5. Don't be mad at me. Don't be angry. And I'll probably plug that in probably downstairs as well. So I have Xbox upstairs and 2 PlayStations downstairs, one on the TV downstairs and then one here. You mean your footstool? Oh, I can't believe that. Dude, these days, if I did that, dude, imagine how crazy that TikTok would go if I fucking posted that in today's... Oh, dude, that's a 20 milli video. That's a 20 milli one. Didn't you give one to Oasis? Oh, she gave it back. She gave it back. She didn't need it. She didn't need it.
What about the 4 other PS5 you've got in your vacation homes?
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about. Dude, if I had holiday homes, I'd fucking tell you. You know, I'd probably be streaming from there now and again. If I ever have a holiday home, you'll fucking know I'll be streaming from the beach. 9 properties, 7 consoles, 10 computers, 7 streaming locations. Oh, man. I know you can buy a TV remote for the PlayStation 5. That's the other thing. With the Samsung remote, you can make it work with your console as well with my TV. Oh, W's in the chat. That's pretty cool. And I think you can make your controller work on the home screen of your Samsung TV. So you can use like PlayStation, Xbox controller on your actual home screen, so you don't need that's pretty sick. I think I'll do something like that. I think I'm going to set up, I've already got a plan to set up upstairs and make it all nice. Just need to get past fucking end of year taxes and stuff so you actually know how much money you got, you know? Got to do all that. I'm not really interested in Nintendo Direct Authenticated to the point where I wish I could milk some reactions for it for TikTok because they do so well, but dude, the minute you see a reaction from me with Nintendo, you'll see why I can't do it. You know, I've never played a Zelda game, for example. So if there's like a Zelda trailer, I'm like, who is Link? You know, imagine the hate. Imagine the hate. I've never played a Zelda game, which is crazy, which is low-key bonkers. Any Nintendo game, that's the world that I don't know much about. You know what I mean? No, I won't play Dusk Bloods. I won't, and anything that's on just Nintendo, I don't think I'll really be bothered to plug it in and set it up, you know. A Nintendo exclusive for me is like, probably not gonna play it, you know what I mean? I'm Xbox and PlayStation. That's my thing. You gotta pick your lane sometimes. You know, you gotta pick your lane. Man, I'm not the biggest fan of Mario, not the biggest fan of Pokemon, not the biggest fan of Zelda, not the biggest fan of, like, you know, those kinds of things. So it's just not for me. You know, facts in the chat if you know what I'm saying. It's just not my thing. Just like a lot of Nintendo fans don't like maybe, you know, Xbox, and how a lot of Xbox fans don't like PlayStation and stuff like that, which I think it's more likely that if you're into Xbox and PlayStation that you don't like Nintendo, and if you're a fan of Nintendo, you probably don't like Xbox, but you probably still like PlayStation because they're both Japanese companies and they both have Japanese-esque inspired games like Final Fantasy, JRPGs, stuff like that. But, you know, I'm Xbox and PlayStation. I don't go all the way to Nintendo. No, I played Pokemon growing up. I used to have a massive Pokemon card collection and everything when I was a boy, and then I just fell out of it. You know what I mean? I just fell out. It's just not for me, chat. Just not for me anymore. You know, just not for me. Pokemon nerd. Yeah. I've played Mario Party. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to sit down in front of my couch and boot up Nintendo. I'm going to sit down in front of my couch and boot up Xbox and PlayStation. I'm going to play through like an Xbox original game, you know, a PlayStation original game. That sounds more fun to me. You know, I'm not going to sit down and play Pokemon. I'm just not going to do it. You know what I mean? Just not for me. What is Game Freak, MD? What is that? Even Animal Crossing. It's not for lack of trying. I didn't mind it for 2 days, you know, but I can go through the entire Arkham series in 5 days. You know what I mean? I didn't mind Animal Crossing. I wasn't like, this is a bad game. It's just not for me. Yeah, like Tomodachi and stuff like that. Like, I had one growing up. It's just not my thing. Whoa, girl with the age tattoo, 103 months. Holy shit, thank you. W's in the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. The Souls games really did change the gaming industry. I love it. I love Souls-like, and I think that games often go through they go through trends, you know, battle royales. You know, now we're in like the Souls-like era. I'm kind of curious to see what comes next. You know, people forget that there was a real-time strategy era where every second game that was coming out was, you know, RTS, first-person shooters. I think a lot of first-person shooters, people forget that every single shooter you played had like some TDM, team deathmatch mode, and I think that that's starting to, you know, get out of popularity. Don't you think there's too many? There's no such thing as too many games. I really do believe this, that it sounds cringe to say, but I really do think I'm always on the thought of the positive side of gaming. Like, I think a lot of video gamers are whiny bitches, you know, like they're whiny bitches. Like, Souls-likes are so fun to play. The mechanics are great. They're fantastic. And, you know, we follow trends, you know, like it would be like me playing Unreal Tournament, Quake, Doom, all the original shooters and being like, there's too many. I don't know about that, dog. You know, yeah. I love that kind of stuff, you know. Quantity isn't quality, though. Today, we have more quality games releasing than ever before in the history of video games. We have more accessibility. We have more indie developers coming in. We have more choice from quality. We have more choice from shit. We have both. And I feel like people kind of forget that nowadays we just have more choice that is shit, but far more choice of quality. We have both, right? We're in the world of like consumerism going crazy. You know, like there's something for everybody in this chat. If you open up the Steam homepage, if you go to your PlayStation homepage, you go to your Xbox homepage, there's something for everybody in here that's quality. You do have to sift through more shit, but you're also sifting through so much quality. And that's where I think gamers are whiny, you know? Not saying you guys are whiny, but as a whole, you go on Twitter and man, people just complaining about the state of video games. Video games have never been in a better place ever. You know, yeah, we have some hiccups. You know what I mean? We have some little burps. We have some little farts where you're like, oh, what the fuck is going on? You know, like I think like 2 years ago or a year ago, there was some time where I was like, oh God, you know, I was like, oh shit. You know, I was like, oh God, this is looking a little rough, yeah. You know, but yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do some horror slop games this you know. Yeah, this like month will probably be a little bit sloppy. You know, probably be a little bit all over the spot. Probably do some like, you know, woohoo. I love that emote. Woo! Yeah. It's like some people want to play all the porno games on stream. What the fuck is bro talking about, man? This motherfucker Ernie in the chat just fucking talking about what the fuck. I ain't never seen that on the fucking homepage, man. Don't know what you're doing. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. No, it's just quantity. You know, facts in the chat if you're with me. It's just quantity. Quality has not gone down. Quality has gone up in video games, without a doubt. It's just about the quantity of the shit and the quantity of the quality. That's my argument, you know? There's so many great games in the last 5 years. Amazing games. The best that have ever been released. Ever. You know, it's pretty cool. And then if you want to include like 10 years, dude, we've had a 10-year banger decade. Like, oh my God. You know, we've had a banger decade. Oh my God. You know, look at the God of War series. Oh my goodness. Killing it. Look at Last of Us. Oh my God, you know, the remasters for Last of Us and stuff, even that just feels like a completely new game. Like, oh my goodness. 10 years, what are you doing, including Tetris? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe we include fucking Pong. let's throw Pong in there. Let's throw Pong in there. Yeah. Oh, I remember, chat, there was a year, I think it was the year when Red Dead Redemption 2 and God of War fought for the Game of the Year awards. I thought that year had so many big titles in it. I don't know if I'm remembering. This year has a lot. Like this year has a lot of big like, oh, like, dude, can I be honest? Away from the sponsor, Xbox went fucking crazy this year. Xbox really said like, I don't know what they fed that new CEO. I don't know what she's on, but she really came into the playing field. She was like, let's get back to Xbox. I was like, holy fuck. Even, man, I thought it was great. You got Gears of War. You got Fable. You got fucking Halo campaign remaster. You got that little Crow game. You've got indie titles like that thinger. You got Metro. You got State of Decay. Xbox came in fucking swangin'. Fucking hell. 2 new games and 400 DLCs and updates. So shit. Nos, what are you smoking, bitch? You got Metro, Fable, Halo. You got... Okay, Halo doesn't count. Okay, let's go with everything that isn't like a full DLC, right? Or remaster. You got Gears of War. You got new Fable. You got State of Decay 3. You got a new Metro game. That's 4 big bangers already. We're playing with 4 big bangers. You know, that's 4 big bangers already. That's 4. You got Spyro. You got Spyro. That's 5 bangers. 5 big bangers from 5 different things. You know what I mean? 5 different things. I reckon that's a good showcase. Yeah. Fable a banger. What are you smoking? When did you play it? Did you play it yesterday, did you? Oh, that's fucking hell. That's exclusive. Crazy. No, let's be super negative about gaming. No, I think that's a really good idea, guys. No, let's do that. No, you know what? Sorry, guys.
Fable's gonna be fit. It's got a female villain in it.
No, let me write a tweet real quick. Fucking hell. I ain't doing it. Ill? Oh, the like 3 new horror games from Xbox? Fuck, come on. Ill? The other, bro, I think, was it Xbox with Silent Hill is PlayStation, right? Am I getting the showcase mix? But that look, fuck, the horror game's coming. Silent Hill F, not Silent Hill F, Silent Hill, what's it called? That was PlayStation, but what's it called? Silent Hill, Townfall. Thank you, Townfall. No, Veronica's Resident Evil chat. Is that what was that in the Xbox show? Dude, it's all a blur to me, some of it. You know, some of it's a blur. But nah, I thought PlayStation did well. I thought Xbox came out with a little bit of a right hand a little bit. Like, and I think Xbox has been in a little bit of a rough spot. One's in the chat if you'd agree. I think Xbox has been a little bit roughy. And it was good to see the original green. I've been saying it for fucking years. Bring back what makes Xbox great. That gritty, like we're fucking, like, it's more like rock and roll, if you know what I mean. I know it sounds corny, but that's the only, it's more like fucking Master Chief, like Gears of War, like they're violent, you know? They're like that kind of thing, you know? That's Xbox, you know? You know, bring back that fucking, that lime green kind of thing, that darkened green thing. You know, bring it out. Bring out that kind of shit, you know. Their next console should be something along the lines of the original Xbox design. I don't want to see a black box. You know, I want to see something with some style. I think that's where they could come into the game again, you know, with their next console is I want to see some style. You know, I want to see some like, you know, things like that. Aren't they Microsoft? Yeah. Well, I think that's where, if you don't mind me saying, I think that's where I think Microsoft's design took Xbox off the train tracks. You know, I think that's where they came off the train tracks because it got a little bit like, you know, even the Xbox intro screen was just a little bit too clean. Xbox isn't supposed to be, you know, like if you go back and you watch the original Xbox, which we have done recently, opening screen for the console, the boot up screen, like that, and it's like, it's a fuck, you know, it's cool. A giant green X is, yeah. But I think that was really good about this showcase as well. I really like that about this Xbox showcase. It was good to see. I think anyone being overly negative about the Xbox showcase, it's like I don't know if you watch the other Xbox showcases. Like, as somebody who's watched every single one for like the last 7 years, this Xbox showcase was like, fucking finally, they're starting to get it. You know, and they just went, here's a game trailer, here's a world premiere, here's a game trailer, 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 here's a game, here's a game, here's a game, here's a game. Here's a game. I was like, man, the last 7 years were like a fever dream. Oh, yeah. Me and Marcus were talking about it. You know, Marcus was like, you know, he's quite doubtful because he's a Halo fan. I think that's just been, you know, slapped around. It would be awesome to see Xbox really say, okay, what makes Xbox great? What makes Xbox have fans? Fucking Gears of War, Halo. Give us like a new gritty IP kind of thing. You know, that kind of shit. Like, give us like that kind of thing, you know? Yeah. I think they're on the right path. You know, I think they're on the right path. Yeah. Do you think industry is overdoing remasters and DLCs? A little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think as you get older, you've also got to remember that there's a younger generation coming up though. And this younger generation is probably more likely to buy Halo if it's remastered rather than go back and play the originals. So they make fucking sales. So they play off of nostalgia of people who haven't picked up a game in a long time, but also I do not think they would just be making these remasters and games if they weren't getting a new return. You know, they're making good money for these companies. You know, like the remasters and stuff of The Last of Us. Like, it makes sense from a purely financial standpoint, I think. But do I think that there should be more new IPs? Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so. Even though we are getting, like, new ones and new games in like a series, but yeah. You're overhyping a bit. It doesn't, definitely doesn't help that you're sponsored. Oh, without a doubt. You know, and even when I was doing the sponsored stream, always remember, chat, I'm constantly sponsored by Xbox, constantly sponsored by PlayStation, and I've actually been sponsored by Nintendo a couple of times. So, you know, when listening to my opinion, always keep that in mind. The Xbox showcase was fucking awesome. Yeah. The Xbox showcase was really fucking good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think both showcases were good. The only one I didn't really like, which sounds funny because I'm sponsored, was the Summer Games Showcase. I wasn't like, whoa, you know what I mean? I wasn't like, oh my God, yes, but maybe I'm a PlayStation and Xbox fan. Those are the games that I really get into. You know, those that's my shit. I think exclusives, Chuckle, are more about, I think a lot of these consoles sometimes suffer, especially Xbox, suffer from like a identity crisis. And I think, look, like people can talk about exclusives. I don't think anyone really likes exclusives. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody jumps up and down to think that it's, hooray, like I'm not going to be able to play it because I didn't buy the right console. You know, they're kind of lame. However, I think that creating exclusives does create a world of identity more than what people think it does. And back in the day when I was like growing up, you know, you were either on this side or you were on that side, you know, and that was because of exclusives. And if you don't have exclusives, there is a fall down of identity, both for PlayStation and Xbox. PlayStation is Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? That's what people feel when they see that, when they get it, you know when they're like, you know, I'm a PlayStation fan, you know, you kind of start to understand what they're talking about, you know. Both consoles have exclusives, and you know, it does make sense to be upset about exclusives. It does make sense. But it does make sense to have them as well. It's always like a bit of, you know, both, you know. A lot of life is a gray area. It's very rare that it's very rare that it's, you know, on one side or another, you know. Yeah. Makes remasters are good for the company. Just people will buy them no matter what, and it always gives us more opportunities to work on assets for them, so I'm never complaining. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I would have gone back and played all that Last of Us if it wasn't remastered, you know, and I love that remaster. Like, that game is fucking beautiful to look at, and that's probably my favorite, and it's been remastered, what, like, twice or 3 times now? That's fucked. You know, there's Last of Us remaster, Last of Us Part 1, and then Part 2 from the remasters. Crazy. You know, wild. You know what I mean? Crazy. Yeah. Man. What are we planning today, Craig? I might just chat. You know, I might just chat for 3-4 hours, see how that goes, see if we find anything. I mean, I could do Origins, but I'm not really in the mood for Batman. I'm kind of... Batman has sucked me dry. You know, I've busted my nut. And I don't know if I want to go play fucking Origins or more Batman. You know, I've finished the 3 main Arkham games in 4 fucking days, 5 days. You know, under a week, I finished every main story of the game. I'm a little bit bossy. You know, I'm a little bit boss. Yeah, it's a little bit boss. Some games need a remaster to get a full experience of how beautiful a game is. I think like the core games, the core things should be remastered. I know that might sound a little bit cray-cray. Do I think we need a remaster of a remaster? No. I don't think that's fair on consumers. That's capitalistic in my opinion. That's full capital. That's full, like, get a load of this. I don't know if it needs to be remastered every single day, you know? I don't know. But, like, a remaster of Halo, fuck yeah. But I don't know about remastering Halo again, you know? It's like, yeah, double Halo remaster makes some senses in the sense that I don't know how happy everyone was with the first one. But Combat Evolved, I think, is such an OG one. I just think it deserves a proper remaster and then leave it be, you know? And I did like that Xbox were like, here's 3 new prequel missions as well. I did like that, you know what I mean? But what would I do without Skyrim on my fridge? Yeah. Like, I didn't mind the Oblivion remaster. I think it was funny when I played through the Oblivion remaster, I was like, fuck, this is aged. Like, the actual, like, Elder Scrolls formula. What was funny for me is I was like, oh, shit. But I played on the hardest difficulty, which was stupid. So I'll probably go back and play, you know, again. Yeah. Yeah, they need a reboot to the Halo franchise for real. Yeah, no, my brother's right. They need a fucking Halo game that comes out and it's like this. It's like fucking, and it slaps you across the fucking face. You know what I mean? Facts in the chat if you know what I mean. That's what they need for Halo. You know, they need like a slap across the face and they need to like wake up, you know? Yeah, they need a big wake up. I haven't liked Halo in a while, you know? I haven't liked, you know, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo ODST. See ya. That's it. I know people like 4 and I think 5, but I pretty much... I did play the most recent. I did play through the story, and maybe I'm an idiot, but I didn't mind Infinite's campaign as much. I didn't mind Halo 5. I didn't mind it. But then I minded it, you know, then I was like, you know, I was like, yeah. And then I was like, nah, it just didn't feel, ooh. It didn't feel, ooh. You know, I didn't feel, ooh. You know, it was okay. He minded like in Minecraft. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. 5 did have amazing competitive multiplayer, though. Oh, my brother's probably going to hate this take. And a lot of people are going to hate this take. Brace yourselves. Halo needs to stop releasing Team Deathmatch. Halo needs to realize that multiplayer is different now. The landscape is different. So does Call of Duty. They need to realize that they need some more. It's not going to work. You might as well just release just the campaign without multiplayer. I know that sounds bonkers. You're either making a Forge mode where people can make their own game modes that are fun and interesting if you're not going to do it, but do not release a multiplayer with team deathmatch and think that's going to carry your game. Not going to work. It's not going to fucking work. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. It's just not the right idea. Mr. Coed, thank you so much for the sub, by the way. Thank you. 9 minutes ago. Sorry, I got in, you know. Yeah, exactly right, Hayden. Imagine releasing a Quake game in the modern day today and thinking that it's not going to flop when you put just a TDM mode in or capture the flag. Those game modes, Hayden, this is my brother I'm speaking to, yeah? They're dead. They're dead. Nobody is going to play them except for old head boomers. And that's why when multiplayer releases from some of these first-person shooters, that there is a initial spike and then a gradual decline. Dopamine and people are different now. They're used to playing with literally higher stakes. Nobody cares about TDM, team deathmatch, high scores anymore. That used to be enough for people. Now they play battle royales where it's 1 versus 100. There needs to be a new game mode. You need to make something new. It's been fucking 40 years. It's been fucking 40 years, you know? Yeah. I get it, but you can't just drag a game's corpse through other modes and expect people to find it appealing. Oh! I'm not saying, by the way, to make a Battle Royale Halo. I'm just saying you can't release it with TDM. That's my statement. That's my statement isn't, oh, because TDM doesn't work, do Battle Royale like Fortnite LOL. I think they need to come up with a new formula and they're the game developers, you know? I'm not saying LOL capture the flag and TDM don't work, therefore what has worked for this game will work with Halo. I don't think that's true either. I think maybe there was a time where Halo could have pivoted its multiplayer into more of a Helldivers thing. I think that time has come and gone. You know what I mean, chat? Like, I think there was a moment where if Helldivers hadn't released, you've got an opportunity for some sort of magic in there somewhere, but it would have been very hard to work. But, you know, something in there, but I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. Absolutely not. They still have time. They won't release a Helldivers Halo game now. That Helldivers type... You need something... I think what people sometimes forget is... Fortnite owns what it does, and it is the king of what it does. Helldivers does what it does, and it's the king of what it does. Trying to come into an already pre-existing field is harder than making a new field. In the sense of, if you make the new field, you own it. You know what I mean? You would own it. You would own it. It's like WoW. It literally is like WoW. Like, if Guild Wars 3 thinks it can come in with the same formula in the modern day and make a MMO work, they are tripping. They better come into this MMO space with something that reminds people of an original experience, but also is a new take. You need new takes. It's the same game as releasing YouTube videos. Release a Let's Play today. Go on, make a Let's Play channel. Unless you're the superstar of the movie Obsession, your Let's Play video, it's not going to do too well. Have you seen that, by the way? The lady who plays the chick in Obsession loves video games and shit. That's so cool. She's so cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a new multiplayer trailer for Cyclops. That's awesome. Fuck yeah. Cosmic, thanks for the follow, my brother. Hello. I am here to watch your stream. Good to have a new viewer. Riot is working on an MMO. They hired a bunch of devs from Blizzard and companies. I don't care how big the company is or how famous it is. It's more about new experiences, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah, I think Halo need to go all out into campaign and make an original, amazing story, you know? Oh, yeah. Oh, look. I'm somebody who gets a little bit more excitable. You know, when I saw the showcase for Xbox, did I get excited? Yeah, because I think that it was cool to see so many titles thrown into my face from Xbox. Am I still a little bit worried? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. But I'm also not going to be overly negative, you know? And I think I'm not negative about, you know what I mean? PlayStation or Xbox. I want the best for both consoles. I really do like both of them, you know what I mean? Sorry, I keep looking over at my PlayStation and my Xbox every time. I do want the best for them. I'm like looking over at them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, man. I feel like giving a little head scratch. Like, come on. Oh, come on. Yeah. It's better if there's competition. 100%. 100%. You want that. You want the old days of PlayStation versus fucking Xbox. I can't believe I'm saying that because I used to think that shit was lame. Bring back the fanboys. Like, actually, though, I'm starting to see that more and more and more. Like, how good being a fanboy can be for things. Bring it back. Yeah, South Park was right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man. It's good to see. You know, it's good to see. Paid cosmetics killed Halo. I would say old and tired game modes with an old and tired story that wasn't unique and new enough killed Halo. I think paid cosmetics and paid things in games don't necessarily kill games. I mean, look at GTA 5 that still makes more money than Fortnite with shark cards. You know what I mean? Like, that's still... I understand what you mean, but the aspect of paid cosmetics doesn't kill an audience. You've got to remember that a lot of people that play video games, chat, are normies that get home from work and they don't give a fuck about spending $7 on a new skin. You know, they're just blokes getting home from fucking their day job 9 to 5 and they sit down in front of fucking a video game. What matters is the fun factor. What matters is fun. That's what matters, is fun. People forget that games are supposed to be enjoyable. And bro, don't want to buy that cosmetic? Don't buy it. You know what I mean? Don't buy it. What I think is missing from Halo, though, and a lot of video games is, if I beat the main story game on nightmare difficulty, give me a gift. If I was developing like a new game and shit like that, like, give me a gift. Like, give me a skin to show off. Give me something cool like the old Halo days. And more games, I don't understand why they're not thinking about this. Let me have a cool profile. You know, like, for example, COD, the new Modern Warfare 4. I would have an entire team about cosmetics, but also the rewards that you get from cosmetics and being able to change my profile and making it look even cooler. Hayabusa armor. Yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff matters to people. You know what I mean? You can keep your cosmetic paid skins. Keep the loot boxes. I don't care. I won't personally use them. But if I beat the game on the hardest difficulty without getting hit once or something, give me something. You should get something for a platinum. You should. You should get something for 5 billion headshots, like a cool helmet or something, or cool like scar on your face in the game, or blue fucking flames coming off me, you know? So when people click, and me and Marcus talk about this all the time, sometimes it's frustrating, because this is going to sound really stupid, but me and Marcus have talked about this 1,000 times. It's sometimes frustrating that, like, I don't know if some developers actually play games, and also I don't think they are looking towards what works on YouTube as well. Like, what games are popular and for what reason. Like, there's literally marketing research there for days. Like, if I was developing a video game right now, I'd spend more time on fucking YouTube than anything else. You can learn so much about what human beings click on. You can find out so much, you know? Yeah, you gotta hire video gamers, you know? You gotta hire them, you know? Yeah. Yeah. The people making decisions are not playing video games. Yeah, I think that's what, you know, again, some people, I think, are maybe a little bit negative or sway that way, which is fine. But I will say, I think also seeing a new, you know, CEO for Xbox, seeing how long she's been with the company and seeing like the new changes does give me a little bit of excitement where I'm like, oh, man, you guys could turn this shit around. Let's turn this around. Like, let's get Xbox moving, you know? Devs are beholden to shareholders. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's since the beginning of time. The minute you make a company, you're beholden to shareholders. I think nowadays, people are a little bit more so towards that, which I think is sad in some ways. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, I think we need to get back to making just good fucking video games. And I think that's the thing as well. People wonder why on Steam, if you boot it up, why so many indie friend slop games do well. They're fun. They're fucking fun. They're fun. They're fun. You know what I mean? They're fun games. That's why these friend slop games do well. And that's what people need to realize. They're fun to play. They're fun to play. They're cheap. They're fun. They don't have cosmetics shoved down their face. And they're just fucking video games, man. You know what I mean? They're just video games. And I think that's what I would always keep in the back of my mind if I was making a new game, is I would literally sit down and I would say, is this game fun to play? Is this game fun to play? And if the answer is no, we're scrapping the whole project. You know, we got to go back to day dot. You know, we've done something terrible. That's what I personally feel. Me personally, I feel like that's a really big missed thing in gaming these days is the game fun? You know? Yeah. Yeah, people are also becoming more educated about ads. They're becoming more educated about consumerism. They're becoming more educated about what makes a good game versus a bad game. People aren't dumb anymore. They were dumb. I know that sounds rude to say, but they were dumb. You know what I mean? They were. That's, I think, fine to say. Consumerism has changed. You know, consumerism has changed. I bought Gamble with Your Friends, played for 5 hours, had fun, and never going to play it again. I'm okay with it because it was cheap. Yeah, and now you got like some AAA games, you know, you spend $90 for it. Like that I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. That new Dark game, that choice game, Directive 8020, that for $90, bro, what the fuck? It was so clunky and shitty, sorry. But I was really upset at that one. Like, I was like, what have I spent my money on here, big dog? Like, what have you done to me? You know, I was rather pissed at that experience. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, come on now. That was ridiculous. That was $90. Yeah, I'm not buying another Supermassive game. Is Supermassive the same people that made Until Dawn 2? I might play, like, Until Dawn 2, but, like, the rest of them, I'm good without it, you know? Until Dawn 2 is a different team. I'll play that, but like, I'm never buying another Dark Pictures game ever again. No cap. Never again. Ever. They ruined it with Directive 8020. Like, I just really was pissed at that. Like, I didn't show it too much on stream because I didn't feel it on stream. I was like, la 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 la. I was like, that game sucks. But then when I got off stream and I sat on the couch, I was like, bro, that game fucking sucked. You know, I was like, that game fucking, that was cheeks. That was so fucking bad. I like The Quarry. I like The Quarry. Until Dawn 1 was 2 companies, I think, which is why the others aren't as good. I like Until Dawn 1. I like The Quarry. And there was another one I didn't mind either. And then there's those 50-50 ones. And all that kind of stuff. Yeah. All that kind of jazz, which is Can you guys hear the? You guys can't hear the cleaner upstairs, can you? She going crazy up there, yeah. My cleaner's lit. She's great. Man of Medan was trash. Oh yeah, I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one either. I didn't like that one. Oh man. You guys must be messy? Not really, actually. What's been really good is in the last, like, 6 months, I think, dude, I've been the tidiest, cleanest I've ever been. And going to, like, seeing a psychologist has helped so much with that, dude. Like, cleaning up after myself and stuff like that. It's been great. Yeah. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been really different, man. It's been different in the house. Like, I'm actually about to maybe get... I'm actually probably getting close to getting rid of my cleaner. Don't need him anymore. Oh, I will definitely react to the Cyclops trailer without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. You have a cleaner? Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's like mainly for the floors. For the floors and like surfaces. It's like $150 for like 2 hours or something like that. Like, I think I get her in every 3 weeks. Not too bad. Pretty cheap. Pretty cheap to do it all. $150 for like just surfaces. That's not too bad, you know? No, we're not talking USD. No. Yo, Shadow, how you doing, big dog? Thanks for the sub, man. Thank you. Yeah. When are you going to hang up your play buttons? These puppies are not getting hung up until Wanted reaches 1 million and I get my fucking play button. Those ones stay there until I deserve to hang them up. They do not get hung up till I get the Wanted play button. They don't get hung up. Nah, not until Wanted gets to 1 milli. Or my new channel gets 100. Either way. Either way. We have to see. How close? I think we hit 800k, I think. They do give out 100k ones. They do, yeah. They do give 100k ones out. You just got to pay for them, I think. So, like, for example, you can get one for free, but then, like, the next 4 of them would be like $250 each. We don't have the money. Yeah, we all get a plaque. Yeah, we all get one, but you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. Yeah. Yeah, they changed the style. I actually like that they changed the style because I've got, like, the OG ones, which are really cool. Which are really awesome. Sometimes I forget about that. One of my favorites is my Twitch one. I like this one, dude. Like my little Twitch trophy. That's pretty cool. I like that one. That's really cool. I gotta like... When the other ones come, I think I'll hang up all these on the wall somewhere, like up here. Like have the little, there's a little art section, I think, here where I can do them. Yo, Nick, how you doing, big dog? Thank you very much. My manager's in the chat. W's in the chat. Thank you, manager. Thank you, manager. Yeah, this trophy is for hours watched. I think we're coming up to the next one, actually, slowly, for the next trophy, I think. We're getting closer and closer to the next one, which is pretty cool. Do you have a click one? Yeah, one of those gold ones is click. That's the creator one and the click one there. That one's either click or creator, and that Rainbow Six Siege one is like a little trophy thing, and then I got Twitch trophy, and then I've got another one out there. Yeah, all that kind of jazz. I think in total I've got 5 plaques, I think. Something. Question for the YouTube channel. Is it just for platinuming, or do you think you're going to do some GTA 6 content when that drops? Sorry, I'm only laughing. Because, yeah, like, GTA 6 is all you're going to see from me for the next 10 years, dude. You better buckle up, Buttercup. You just brace yourselves. Like, it's full switching to GTA 6. It's full switching to GTA 6. We will never do another variety game ever again for as long as I can handle it. Like, fucking, I'm going full-time GTA 6. I don't give a fuck. It's my time. It's my time. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I am going to drain GTA 6's nuts. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is probably the last... This is probably, like, the last hoorah for, like, many YouTubers and streamers to, like, make something like this. You know what I mean? For, like, another 10 years. So it's like, we had Fortnite. That's been around for 10. You know, let's pray GTA 6 is everything we need it to be. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my goodness. I'm telling you. 07 to the plat videos. Oh, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm going for GTA 6. You know what I mean? Man. Craig, that Lego company just took down that guy's GoFundMe. Oh, that's what we should watch today. Dude, I have not watched any of the Lego drama stuff at all. You know what I mean? Goon, if you ever write something so cringy in my chat again, it's actually going to be a permaban. Let's stop the cringe, guys. Thank you. Bethany, thank you for gifting a sub to Shez. Can I get a milady in the chat for Shez? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. It goes too deep now. I'd hope it goes deep. Spirit, thanks for the sub. Thank you. Thank you. The drama keeps coming with Lego. One's in the chat if still have an ad. How do you have an ad when you just got... Oh, the veins are coming through. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Bernie. Looked at her name without a badge and she just looked like a noob. Yeah. What are these little newbies doing? Nah, okay. These guys are newbies. Seriously. No, but seriously. Like, why aren't they subscribing? You know, what's going on? You know? To be honest, you don't really need to watch the drama. It's just big corporation does evil thing and cops stand with evil corpos. Wait a second. I thought the government was supposed to work for us. Hang on a second, y'all. Something's a little fishy. Something's a little fishy. I think my, because I got an AFK for, let's say 5 minutes. I'm going to make a cup of coffee while I do it, but somebody's at the door and I need to talk to him. So, BRB, 1 second. I need to talk to him. I'm sorry. God bless you. Take your time.
What are you guys doing?
Sorry, just had to do a new employee interview. Hickley, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That might be the best chat has ever worked together. Why do they do it when I'm around? You just start jorking your schmeat. You had 93 wankage combo? Bullshit. Here I am, one of the funniest, interesting, interactive streamers. And when I'm here, I say, yo guys, thank you Hickling for the 14-month subscription. Can I get a stay cray in the chat? And his chat. Like, come on, man. Like, help a brother out. Help a brother out. Just a couple. You know, I just want at least 7 in a row, you know, just 7. You know, you bums. No, sometimes I hate when I'm playing a game and I actually run out of shit to say and I'm like, one's in the chat if you're above the age of 30 years old. One's in the chat if you played Xbox. Two's in the chat if you don't play Xbox. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, dude, I just punched that guy in the head. Oh, man. W in the chat. Well, to be honest, sometimes I get pissy. Sometimes I get pissy because I'm like, what's going to get this dumbass chat moving, y'all? Here I am being the funniest streamer on the platform. You got, like, watching me on your phone while you're taking a shit. Put a W in, bitch. Put a fucking W in when I say some funny shit. You know, what's going on, man? What's going on? Oh, man. Good times. One's in the chat if you're actively watching the stream. No, I like doing that one because it actually increases the viewership because Twitch is fucked. I like that one. Stop asking for W's like a fuck-ass normie. Nah, I don't mind that. I don't mind doing that. Yeah, I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help that. You know, I am what I am. I am what I am. WF! You know, I can't help it. I can't help it. It took me so long to stop saying pog. It took me so long to stop saying poggers. Oh, man. I tell ya. I would do anything to go back to Pog. You just insulted normies. Pog is the most normie shit that's ever hit Twitch. Nah. I know what you mean. That era of streaming was so good, dude. That era of streaming was still like, I'd say the best. I'd say the best, man. That shit was real shit. You know, now it is all W's and F's and stuff like that. You know, it's changed, hasn't it? You know, one's in the chat. One's in the chat if you were here during the Poggers era. Were you guys here during all that, guys? One's in the chat if you were here during all that. No, genuine question. I think the thing about asking for 1 or 2s is it is a quick way of just trying to get everyone in chat, you know, involved, if you know what I mean. I think that's why I can't stop doing it, because it's good to, it gets everybody fucking in there, you know, it gets everybody like, yeah, fuck. No, but if you were around for the Poggers era, dude, that was good streaming. That was good streaming, dude. That was good shit. That was good streaming. Oh, Poe's a shit house. Poe's a shit house. You know, I can't even see him, you know? Can't even see the bloody Poe. Poe's a shit. It's a quick way of artificially boosting your engagement scores. Can I be honest? Can I be real? This is going to sound fucky-wucky. I haven't looked at any of my engagement scores and stuff like that in, bro, years. Years, dude. Years. I don't even have viewership numbers up. I don't look at any of it. I don't look at any of them, chat. Like, not one. I don't look at one kind of, like, statistic. For YouTube, I do, but for Twitch, man, what am I looking at? They don't have any fucking discoverability on this platform. You know, facts in the chat if you're with me. You know, it's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like, who gives a fuck? You know, maybe if there was more like discoverability on here, I'd get more into like the analytics. You know, I'd get more into it, but not on Twitch, man. You don't need to. On TikTok, YouTube, Reels, you do need to. Here, you don't, you know. Yeah. How much does chatting boost compared to watching while tabbed out? What does that mean? What does that mean? How much does chatting boost compared to watching while tabbed? Oh, you mean, I see. If you're tabbed out of a stream, it doesn't count as a viewer anymore. It doesn't count as a view. So everybody right now, like, I could have like an extra 100 people watching. If you have me on the side monitor and you have me muted, does not count as a view. Twitch, some Twitch reps say it does. I think they're telling little fibby dibbies. I think they're lying. Yeah, I don't think it does anymore. I think it used to, but not anymore. If you're unmuted, I think it does, Pancake. I think it's mainly about the mute, or if it's what do you call it when you put something down? When you make it disappear? Minimize. What's it called when you get rid of the thing? Fuck. Minimized. Yeah, minimized. Oh, if you have me muted and you're watching, doesn't count as a view. That is confirmed. That's a definite 100%. That's a confirmed. That's true for sure. That's why those third-party websites, when you go to them, you know how they artificially inflate their views from having like a tiny little pixel of a stream? I don't know if you know people do this. Who got in a lot of trouble for doing this? Fextra Life got in a lot of trouble for doing this. They have like a pixel stream. That pixel stream actually isn't muted. It's like 0.00001 sound on it or some shit. It's like they use some program to make. It's really fucky stuff. But pretty sure if it's muted, it doesn't count. At least that used to be. I don't know 100% if that's true now, but I'm pretty sure that was like a whole big thing, Yeah, that was a whole big thing. Yeah. Cray, would you unironically apply for the next streamer university? This might sound bad. I don't want to be involved in that. I know that sounds bad, even though I think I would do good in it and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that's like fully my thing. Like, I don't know, man. Not sure. Don't know. Great publicity though. Yeah. I don't know. I think... Man, I'm not sure. You could teach a class. They wouldn't accept me because of my low views to teach a class, but I think I'd more do that, throw a chair at a motherfucker, was I, what is it, was I murder or dragging, I'd do that. What's he going to teach? This is how you ask for a 1 in the chat. Increase your engagement numbers. Increase the engagement. Increase your engagement numbers. Yeah. But you've experienced your peak. They will take you. Yeah, on stream I've definitely experienced a peak, but YouTube I'm hitting my all-time peak right now. You know what I mean? Like as a whole, my YouTube is my all-time peak that I've really ever experienced at the moment. It's crazy. I'm hitting my TikTok peak and my YouTube peak right now. I've never gotten these kind of views before. They're fucking gone bonkers. If I'm being honest, like, oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm getting all up, I'm getting more views than I've ever had in my entire career chat by like a lot, including Wanted or just Creator. You got to remember, Wanted is my company. You know what I mean? Anything on Wanted, I get the money from it. It's my channel. So I would never separate those two things. If it's just the Creator YouTube, then, yeah, no, I'm not doing, the best I've ever done on YouTube, but on TikTok, then definitely, without a doubt. But this is the most money I've ever earned, ever in my career, by far, chat, by far, dude, by like heaps, by like a lot, in the sense of like, I have more things to pay for. I've got more things to pay for. Even with click days, I've said it once, I've said it twice. I was never paid for click. I made no money. Zero. Kaput. Nada. That's a little bit of a lie. I think I earned about 20 G's, about 20 grand, I think. Money go up, but money go. Yeah, don't buy a house. Don't buy a house, you know? Yeah. You made money from streaming though. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Hey, I can only tell you guys the facts. You can say whatever you want. I'm telling you facts. Yeah. Yeah. Facts in the chat. I love how I'm like I'm like, oh man, you know, like, man, like, you know, I'm earning more money than I've ever earned. Chat's like, no, you're not. What the fuck? Bro's got access to my bank account. It's fucking crazy. Oh my goodness gracious me, you know. I remember ages ago you spoke about your income from Click and you said how it went into renting places to film and pay for the house upkeep, etc. And you barely made anything from the actual YouTube. I didn't make a cent from Click. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't make a cent from Click, chat. I did not make money from Click. You know, I'm making more money now than I've ever made. You know what I mean? Telling you, big dog. Yeah, telling you. That's not a lie. That's not a, you know, why would I say that publicly if it wasn't, you know, I think all up at the end of Click, I think it was like, okay, I shouldn't say nothing. Okay, I shouldn't say nothing. It was nothing in comparison to the amount of money Click was making and the fact that I don't get any residuals from the channel and never have. It's about 20 grand or something like that I made in, I think, yeah, the 2-3 years that Click was around. From a channel that once made $750,000 in a month. You know, yeah. You know. Oh, water off a duck's back, you know? Yeah. You didn't make a cent, but you were loyal to the cause, because why? Why though? Oh, man. I mean, man, I loved Click. By the way, I'm just stating facts. I'm not exactly stating, you know, what am I stating here? Click was fucking awesome. Yeah, like, I'm not negative minded. You know what I mean? Like, when I state something about not making money and then crack a joke about it, dude, it was 7 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm not being negative. I got to live in a mansion with all my friends. Yeah. That's something money can't buy. Some of the best memories I've ever had, you know? It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. We lived on the fucking Darling Harbour fucking water, you know? Like, I literally woke up in a $20 million mansion for like 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, that was pretty fucking cool. Well, a year and a half in the first one, then like another year. It was fucking awesome. Oh, it was fucking sick, dude. It was so cool. And the friendships you made and stuff. Look, like, you want me to get into the fucking, into the positives. I walked out of my bedroom into a $20 million mansion and there was a pool in front of me and the women. No, just being a dick. No, it was really cool. It was really cool. No, it was awesome. It was awesome. Click days were really, really fun. Nowadays, my business is doing better, if that makes sense. One's in the chat, if that makes sense. You know, back then, I wasn't, you know, I didn't have any stake in Click. I didn't have any, you know, percentage of stock. Yeah, creator stocks are up now. Mainly because of this guy in the chat right here, my management. You know, like my manager, you know. Yeah, no, my management team, my sponsors work very hard. Part of Wanted. And I mean, GTA 6 is around the corner now. It's fucking coming. Wanted is going to go fucking insane. And even on my personal stuff, I'm telling you, I'm coming for all of it, big dog. You know what I mean? I'm coming into it. Yeah, like everyone in Click pretty much has the same percentage. It's like so crazy. You were also in your 20s, so it was a different time in your life. Oh man, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Oh man, like, and if I had the knowledge that I have now as a businessman, if I went back, I could fix Click. I could fix it. I could fix it now. I couldn't fix it then because I was, and everybody else was, you know, COVID lockdown coming and stuff like that, you know. What would you change? I'd tell everyone to calm down. I'd tell everyone to calm down. You know, I'd tell everyone to take a breath, you know. Take a breath. Take 20. Take 20, yeah. You know, then we'll come back. You know, that's very important. That's very important in communication, you know. Yeah. Every time you say GTA 6 is coming soon, they delay it another week. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I'd probably stop partying as well. Oh, yeah, I'd probably stop drinking all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably do that as well. Oh, yeah, probably that might be a good idea. That might be a little bit of a good idea. Yes, that might be a good idea as well. Yes, very much so. Bro was hammered on stream. Dude, there was a time there, you know, I'm telling you, not to get too personal, in the house, you know, the previous house I was in, dude, for like an entire year there, every 3 days I was coming on the fucking stream hungover. Jeez, you know? Yeah, Tarkov incident. The Tarkov incident happened for a really sad reason though. One of my ex-girlfriends of the time had just taken her life. I think that was one of the reasons. Or I don't know if that happened after, but I think it was before. She had taken her life, and then also, like, Click was ending. You know what I mean? Like, Click was ending, dude. Like, it was, you know, it was coming to an end. I knew it was coming to an end. So I'm going through these two, you know, one personal, one business, and it's just life was doing this to me. Bah, 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 bah. You know, I was just getting laid into. You know what I mean? I was just getting fucking smacked. And I remember booting up Escape from Tarkov. I think I died once and I had a mental fucking breakdown live. You know, I just crashed. And, you know, dude, I was spending, 10 hours a day streaming Fortnite, you know, like just grinding my little heart out, you know. Man, it was crazy times, hey. Crazy times. Oh, my goodness gracious me. You know, crazy. But then Fruity was there. My friends were there for me. W's in the chat for that. That was awesome. So, bloody dandruff. Bloody hell. Still got some bloody eczema to get rid of. It's slowly getting rid of it all, but still a little bit up there. Jeez, I tell you. Nah, Fruity was great. Fruity was great. A culmination of things. Exactly right. Michael Goose. Thank you very much for the 14 months, big dog. Thank you, man. Thanks for subbing. Thank you very much. The OG's still here. Oh, I think one thing I've always felt very blessed for is my friendship group, dude. I've got good friends, you know. Got good friends, dude, that have stuck with me for years now. It's pretty insane to see where it's coming. I think everybody's just starting to get into locked in mode. There's a chill in the air. There's a chill in the air. Can I say that? Can I tell you that? Like, you wouldn't believe the chill in the air about GTA 6. There's a legitimate change happening. I think a lot of YouTubers and streamers have been like on holiday, you know. Facts in the chat if you can imagine. Like, it's felt like holiday, like it's felt like different. And now, like, you know, I'm in a call with like Lannon last night and he's like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. I'm talking to Dean last night in another personal call and I'm like, this is my plan for it. You know, everyone's got like a fucking plan. I won't even tell Dean my whole plan. You know, that motherfucker will steal it. I've got a fucking plan, bitch. I've got a plan, you know. Yeah. Arthur, we need a plan. We need money. That's how the game's got me feeling. We need money. That's how the game's got me feeling, y'all. I tell ya. I need a plan. I need a plan. Does anybody know? Germa streams this thing where you rank games against each other. Have you seen, the ones in the chat if you know who Germa is, does anybody know what thing he's doing where he does like the game ranking stuff? I don't know what that's called. I want that website that like, that looks so much fun. I've seen a lot of those. Yeah, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Oh, I need to find it. Game list rankings or something. Don't know. I don't know how to get to it. I can't find it. Yeah. Yo, Jules, thanks for gifting a sub to Scuffo. Yeah, the tier list thing. Ben, how do I make a game rank tier list game? It's not tier maker. That's the OG one, I think. That's the... I don't know if it's that one. There's like a different game he plays. He like plays like a video game. Yeah. He does this. He's doing it right now. He does this. Whatever this is. The website, it says game rankings game up the top. It says game ranking game. Final tier list. Yeah, I want to play that. That looks like it would be really fun to play. I already typed it in. I can't find it. I already typed that in. I just could not find it. I don't know if I think he might have made it himself, maybe. Like, I could not find it. I think I wrote in every single variation of, you know. Oh, this is pretty cool, though. Look at this. 100 games, so fucking ads, bro. Fuck me dead. Bro, how do you even get that to the top? You know what I mean? Oh my goodness gracious me. Wow, there's a lot here. Oh my goodness gracious me. Pong. F. That F. 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 F, 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 D, F, 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 Original Resident Evil, C, Resident Evil Village, S, Resident Evil 4, B, Little Nightmares 2, C, Psychonauts 2, B, Unpacking, F. Omari, F. Lego Star Wars, A. Hitman, S. Halo Infinite, A. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, B. Hogwarts Legacy, A. Gran Turismo 7, B. Horizon Zero Dawn, S. Playroom, D. Utility Fear, F. Back for Blood, B. God of War Cold War, C. Far Cry 6, C. Snap, F, F. Yep. Wait, is Mortal the new one? B. Ratchet and Clank, A. It Takes Two, A. Neon White, F. Life is Strange 1, the first one, B. Boom. How are we doing at the moment? How are you feeling about this, chat? How are you feeling so far? Did he really rate Unpacking as an F? I'm not a woman, and I'm not 30 years old. Wait, I am 30 years old. It's a girl game. The chest says otherwise. Ah! How dare you? Shout out to the women in the chat. Hello, ladies. I made my husband play Unpacking. It actually looks really good. I'm sorry for the roast. I just felt like I haven't roasted the ladies in a little while. Sorry about that, ladies. I've been roasting the dudes a lot during Batman. You know, I've been like screaming at him. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry about that. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I don't feel like it was right though. I don't feel like it was right though. Guardians of the Galaxy. Underrated, B. Yep. Might have to do that one time. It is Men's Mental Health Month. Maybe I need to play some Unpacking and settle down, you know, bring down the negative energies. You know, bring down the negative energies, you know, bring it all down, yeah. You know, become one with myself or something, you know. Dude, the Guardians of the Galaxy game was actually not too terrible. It was actually pretty good. Yeah. You need Animal Crossing. Oh, God, could you imagine me playing Animal Crossing unironically? Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I asked Marcus the other day, I was like, do you reckon I yell at people too much? And he was like, bro, be yourself. And I was like, you fucking. He was like, bro, be yourself. Well, fuck you then. Not giving me any fucking good info, you know? Oh my goodness gracious me. Cray really is looking huge, not gonna lie. Dude, we don't have to talk about gym that much, but I've definitely got the most muscle on my body I've ever had. It's getting pretty crazy. I think the cut's gonna be insane. What is this? Oh, this is like a, what is this? Number of choices, 128. Oh, you verse games. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, let's do that, Nos. Let's do that. I'll do that in a second. One's in the chat if you agree. Cray in a couple of minutes. Okay, but seriously, I'm about to get a fucking ad blocker though, for real. I'm about to get a fucking ad blocker with all these fucking ads. You know? You can tell from the shoulders. Yeah, I work out shoulders a lot. I'm just like a thick piece of meat at the moment. It'll be time to sculpt soon. It'll be good. Do you guys go to the gym, chat? Are you guys interested in like muscle and gym, or not really? Like, do you just like phase out whenever I start talking about gym? Dak, thank you very much for the sub. Joker, thank you. Thank you very much. Not really? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Do you guys do any form of exercise? I bet you Nos gets a lot of exercise in working on the farm, right? Nos, like, or do you do mainly like tractor work, if you know what I mean, Nos? Are you sitting down a lot, or are you like moving a lot and stuff? Genuine question, man. Like, I just walk. Yeah, walking's good. Try to hike. So good for you, dude. What's the difference between a bulk and a cut? Good question. Say your dog was skinny, what would you do to get your dog fatter? You would feed it more, right? And you would make it do less exercise. So that's called a bulk. If you wanted your dog to start losing weight, what would you do to your dog? You would start feeding it less and take it on more walks. That's called a cut. That's the best way to explain it, man. I know that sounds really silly, but that's the best way to say it. What's your what's my workout cut, Nick? It's pretty much full body, or pretty much do whatever the fuck I want. I know it sounds weird, but I'm at the point now where I'm getting to the point again where I can just lift as heavy as I kind of feel like doing on the day, and I'm just like, you know, so I'll go in and I'll do whatever is lacking, you know, whatever is on my physique is starting to lack, I feel. So like, yeah. No, I don't do push-pull legs. I might do arms is what I train the least, because my arms are quite big. So right now I'll go in and I'll do shoulders, and I hate my upper back. I hate this part of my body. I think it's like my weakest is here. I hate this bit of my body. So I train that a lot at the moment, which is like, you know, these ones a lot and stuff like that, you know, doing all those. It's just kind of like whatever I look in the mirror and I'm like, you disgust me, is what I go in and I work on. Pretty much, yeah. Yuck! You know, I'm like, disgusting! You know, then you got to work on that, yeah? YT, thanks for the 46. Thank you very much. Thank you for the months, man. Thank you. Body positive king. Nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Oh, man. You need a mirror that doesn't shout back. Oh, trust me, I do enough yelling in the mirror for both of us. Both me and the mirror. Yeah. Miss the gym so much. Been running without access to weights. And don't like how slim I'm getting. You could do calisthenics, which builds an amazing physique, you know. Did you see the 49ers and the Rams are playing each other in Oz for 1 week in the NFL? That's like a big thing, huh? Yeah. That's like a big thing for Australia, is them coming down, right? You are still looking as good as I remember, mate. Thank you very much, big dog. Thank you. The YouTube plaques on the floor always kills me. Like I've said, when Wanted reaches 1 million, the plaques go on the wall. Until then, the plaques stay on the penalty corner. They stay in the penalty corner. I'm hard focusing on my core and love handles at the moment. Always remember, Alex, the only way to get rid of your love handles, which is fat around here, is to lose weight. You don't lose weight by training muscle. That's not how that happens. Well, you can if you reach a certain, catabolic state, but you'd have to, you gotta fucking fly, you gotta work, bitch, but yeah. No, you cannot selectively lose weight from a body part. No, that's up to your genetic disposition towards where your weight will go, metabolic rate and all that kind of stuff and all that jazz. And sadly, if you've got belly fat, man, you can't do crunches to get rid of belly fat. In fact, your belly will look bigger because now you're doing resistance training with weight, etc. And your, time under tension, progressive overload, and your belly's going to start looking bigger because now you're growing abs. So a lot of people make the mistake of doing that. They'll be like, oh my God, I'm so fat, around my gut area. And so they'll start to do, crunches. And sadly, I only laugh because it's counterintuitive. But now you've got abs underneath the fat, so now you're going to look even fatter until you go on a cut. Yeah, so, but then when you cut, it'll look amazing. Yeah. What if what if I only work on my arms? Then the fat from my arms will go away as opposed to from my legs. Sadly, that's not how it happens. Sadly, that is not how it happens. Very sadly. I'm sorry to tell you this, but yeah. Yeah, they accidentally become Vikings. Exactly right. Look at Eddie Hall. The dude has the biggest abs plus being heavy. Oh, yeah. Dude, look at sumo wrestlers. You know what I mean? Those guys are so fucking muscular. It's crazy. I thought abs were always there, but it's just fat on top. Incorrect, but correct at the same time. You all have muscle underneath your fat in adipose tissue. You don't want fat to reach adipose tissue. You don't want that. But say you got fat on your body, right? Like, so, you give a little squeeze. Like, I'm a bit chunky at the moment, right? So I got like that much fat, right? That's around my belly, right? That's around my belly. Underneath this fat here, right? Underneath that, there is abs, right? There's abs. How big my abs are how much I work them. How big my abs are is how much I work them. Yeah. Definitely. That's the difference there. That's the difference. Oh, I see. Thank you. No worries, man. How do you recommend to lose fat? I want to preference this with I will argue with no one in this chat room about this topic. W's in the chat, I will no longer yell at people or tell them off, but I will not argue with you. The two ways to lose fat is a calorie deficit, right? So you're not eating as much, or two, you're burning more weight. Those are the only two scientifically proven ways for years and 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 years. Those are the only two ways to lose weight. Yep. Ozempic though, drugs like Ozempic affect the rate at which you burn and pretty much go after that metabolic rate. And that's why it can be really, really disastrous for your health. You're playing with something you don't want to play with. You're playing with something you don't want to play with, because when you go off those kinds of drugs or off those kinds of things that play with that stuff, you're in big doo-doo. Yeah, burning calories versus weight is different. Losing weight and burning weight is different. Those two things are different things. Those two things are not the same. And I know one's in the chat if you've heard me go on this rant before, but man, you would not believe the miseducation about this that happens in schools, online, everywhere. It is so important that each of you guys in this chat know this. It is so important. So important. So important that you know. Yeah. So important. But you lose weight though, checkmate. You are right, MD. You are right, big dog, yeah. And a lot of these drugs, you know, like Logotic said, affect more your appetite and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. I lost 20 kilos through walking every day and eating in a deficit and have learned so much in regards to protein. It's been such a good journey. W's in the chat. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That's amazing. Congratulations. Wow. 20 kilos. Fuck. That's amazing. Just start smoking to lose your appetite. Oh, man. No. I'm going on my first cut for a holiday in 2 months. Dude, I'm cutting in like 2 months. That's very nice. Like a real intense cut. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Honestly, I've considered it, but ciggies are gross. There's a lot of studies about appetite. You know, you can Google Scholar this if you want, but appetite in relation to weight gain with, you know, the types of foods that people are offered. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Would the best way to just be starting to eat healthier to your calorie deficit and walking / doing body weight exercises? Would the best way to start just be by eating healthier to your calorie deficit and walking / or doing body weight exercises? So what you're explaining there is eating healthier. The thing that a lot of people forget is you can eat a lot of healthy food and still gain weight. That's the first thing I'll preference this by. You can eat lettuce and gain weight. In theory, if it wasn't all water, you know. What's a better example, Craig? You could eat, I don't know. What's a really spinach? I guess is more calorie dense. Yeah, something like that. You know, that's a lot of lettuce. It would just take a lot of lettuce. Yeah. 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 But you can do that. But the reason why people start to lose weight when they start eating healthier is it's more difficult for you to eat immense amounts of healthy food. One's in the chat if that makes sense. It's very easy to sit down and eat a bunch of junk food. For example, a can of Pringles, that's going to be like 500 calories for a couple of chips, very carb heavy. You're going to put on weight because you're eating unhealthy. Unhealthy is a point of view, by the way. You always have to remember that. A Big Mac while you're starving is good for you, if that makes sense. You know, it's very important to remember how this... Sorry, my mind is scattered because it's something I read so much about. Every night I read a new article on this topic, so I'm getting a little bit all over. You know, sorry if I'm not explaining it well. Yeah. It's like everything else in life. Yeah, balance, yeah. Someone I know does this. They would make healthy junk food like a caramel slice, but then eat the whole tray because they think it's good for them. Exactly right. Yeah, if you eat the whole tray, you're in big trouble. Yeah. I like how God created the world and said, let's make nice tasting food for really bad, that's really bad for people. That was less God and more people. That was actually less God and more bad people. That's just what human beings have done for the more, for you know, that's just boigerous companies that understand that high sugar foods are rather addicting and appetite inducing, and they don't give you a feeling of feeling saturated. You know, they don't make you feel like you're full. So then you're going to eat more of it and you're going to buy more of it. And then you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because you're eating what you think is not much food, but you just ate one bag of chips. That's 400 calories. And then you're wondering why you're gaining weight because you only ate one packet of chips a day. And you start going around telling everybody, I only eat 800 calories a day, which is physiologically and biologically impossible, or else you'd be on the brink of starving. But really, you've actually eaten 2,500 worth of calories because you think that the amount of food equals the amount of weight that you will gain. But that's not what actually happens in science, but that's what industry has told people to do because they understand how to control you. That's nice, Mr. Cool Guy. Here to help ya. Well, then why didn't God make spinach taste like chocolate? Man, I fucking love spinach. Today, we're about to do this, which is really cool of Nos, but Nos gave me this to do on stream, which is game versus game, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. But I'm getting my little gym talk out of the way, before we hit into it. But we've been talking for like nearly 2 hours, just a little just chatting. I haven't done this in ages, you know what I mean? I haven't done this in ages, in so long. What are your thoughts on looks maxing, Cray? Oh, dude. I have so many thoughts on looks maxing, it's ridiculous. I have so many. And thank you for your sub, Tasman, as well. I've got so many thoughts on that. It's crazy. My goodness gracious me. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start. Also, sorry for reposting, but I've been following you since the Skyrim days, got on OW and the Clickhouse and much more, and I've been going back and telling you how meaningful you've been in my life in a very difficult, going through some difficult moments right now, and just wanted to drop by and say the comfort stream of vibes to help, which you always do, and thanks a lot, mate. Thank you, Happy Chef. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry, it's just paragraph. I had to read it quick, unironically. So I don't mean to, I'm not trying to skip over your message. I'm just trying to, before chat makes it go, away. No, thank you for that, dude. I'm glad I could be your comfort streamer. Hey, if you're going through a hard time, there's always tomorrow. There's always the next day. Stay with us. Keep going. Keep fighting. Yes. It actually makes it a lot easier for me to read when there's some punctuation, It's my opinion, I see it as an unhealthy thing because of their ways of trying to look hotter. Looks maxing is the result of men being treated badly and abused by society. And a lot of young men are starting to realize that there is a natural biological desire for human beings to be around good-looking human beings. And now men are starting to see something that a lot of women have dealt with for a very long time, which is now they're starting to realize that looks matter. And that is sadly what is happening, I believe. But I think this might be a really crazy take. A lot of looks maxes are actually, believe it or not, this is going to sound really insane, victims. They are victims. And we should be very worried when we see a young 17-year-old man sending a hammer to his face to smash in his cheekbones because he doesn't get attention from society at all. Yeah. Victims of insecurity. Yes. Insecurity is not always to be blamed on the person. It is time sometimes to see how badly society treats men. Society is not very nice to men. It's not very nice to women. It's not very nice to men. These two issues can exist on their own 2 feet, and we can be empathetic and kind to both causes without comparison, right? A woman's issues, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? A men's issues, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's talk about it, Yeah. In regards to men finally realizing looks matters in many ways that women have, very true. Yeah, very true. But there are some unique male experiences that are not given empathy by society. And there are very unique instances that only really affect women that are not given enough empathy. But I think the most important thing is that we realize that we're going through a little bit of things at the moment with men. And we need to be careful with how we speak about these topics. And we need to treat men with kindness and love. Nowhere should we be mocking or teasing 15-year-old kids who are sending hammers into their face and stuff like that. And you have to understand where it comes from, if that makes sense. You have to understand where it comes from. Yeah, definitely. I only have one arm. What would you recommend me do at the gym? You know, I'm not too sure, Ewan. I probably couldn't make you up a full thing. You know what I mean? But I'd probably go see a PT. I'd probably see a personal trainer for something like that, you know? Yeah, I'd probably see a PT, man. Because I wonder how with one arm, how you're going to work out this pectoral versus this pec. Because, you know, like I would normally say this and then this. So I'm curious as to how you would get into that. I'm sure there's straps and unique things, but I don't have that expertise. Believe it or not, I try not to talk on things that I haven't ever learnt about at all. Believe it or not. believe it or not. Believe it or not. Some people in the chat are going, "Oh, Gray, believe me." Believe me. Yeah, I'd go see a PT, man. Yeah. Yeah. Where's my Kappa remote? It's not 2018 anymore, big dog. This guy talks about women all the time, though. That's a lie. That's a lie. I've not even said the word. Oh, yes, I have. This stream, I have one or two, you know. 1 or 2 times I've said the word woman. Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe 1 or 2. Mocking is never the answer. We need to be able to care. I think what happens is people get pissy at looks maxes that are influencers, that are influencing the youth, but then people mistake that looks maxes are going through mental struggles, and that the base of what they're saying is not completely unfounded. I think that's the struggle with both the experiences of men and women when it comes to their looks, is what they're saying is not completely unfounded. Good-looking people are treated nicer by society, and that is a fact. That is not a maybe, if, or but. You know what I mean? Guys like Clav are taking advantage of vulnerable people. I would say nobody does what Clav did without first being the vulnerable person, and now he's seeing the results of being a better looking person. And yes, he's turned it into a marketing strategy, but people like that are as much a victim of magazines, beauty standards, and those things that we have to remember that they are initially a victim. And it's funny, and not funny, but it's funny that people often fake being empathetic. They say, "Oh my God, beauty standards of the world, they're so terrible. I can't believe it." But then when they see the negative onset and the action of following it, they blame the victim. It literally becomes victim blaming very quickly. Who is to blame is the people creating beauty standards that mold it to sell product. And you will slowly become what you hate. And that's the fact of the matter. You know, it's like the plastic surgery industry. You know what I mean? You slowly become what you hate. It starts here and then it goes there. You know? Which is Clav. He's selling a lifestyle. He initially did not start that way, and that deserves empathy regardless of how you feel. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't stand against beauty standards and be upset at the system if the victims for the system you don't have empathy for. Very important to always have a distinction between that. Love and empathy always wins over a negative mindset. You're literally watching and seeing what happens when somebody has this done to them. That's what you're witnessing, you know. I'm just saying that, yeah. I have empathy for that, but he does seem like a cunt outside of that, though. I understand. I understand what you're saying, but I can't remove the aspect of my empathy, you know? People are literally hitting themselves with a hammer because of him. I agree. Hitting yourself with a hammer was a niche far beyond niche behavior, far beyond Clav. Yes, he popularized it, but he is a victim who experienced that first and then started to push it on more people. I understand your point of view. I understand what you're saying. But do you always blame a drug addict for experiencing the things that they experience? I'd hope that you would have some empathy for people who are abused as children that then turn to drugs, and that you would not always blame the drug addict, but blame the drug. The drug is to blame, because people don't realize that we are all human beings and we all suffer, and we turn to coping mechanisms to deal with that. And constantly hating on young men that are getting into this world without looking at the root issue that stems from a society that shows us that beauty is all that matters would be a wrong thing to do, to not realize that. And yes, a drug addict usually turns more people into drug addicts. That doesn't mean that they're not a victim. What's your point, Craig? My point is you must have empathy for people who are into looks maxing, and you have to see them as victims because that's what they are. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that these people don't deserve criticism, but mistaking what you guys are saying for just a lack of empathy, maybe that's what I'm doing, but you must have some empathy. You know, a drug addict still needs to take the methods and get help and to seek that help. But in a world of looks maxing where there's not really that much understanding of it or empathy for those people, because it's not seen that way, I will never look at a 16-year-old guy struggling with insecurity and not try to have some understanding where it's coming from, and pointing to a figurehead and saying it's all him would be silly. Yeah, that would be silly. Oh, without a doubt, it's wrong that he tries to make money off of this. It's wrong that they sell courses. It's wrong that, you know, this starts to occur. But it is kind of, for me, the same argument as to drug addicts, drug dealers, or the drug. We live in a triangle. You know what I mean? We live in a triangle. You know what I mean? We live in this kind of, you know. Yeah. A drug addict who kills people is still a murderer, and I can't feel bad for them. I would not apply that analogy directly to what he is doing, but I do understand your point, and I'm not fully against it. But when you attack the drug addict, you don't attack the cause. As long as you understand that, then I agree with you. As long as you understand that. Clav is not these looks maxer influencers are not the cause. They are not the cause. They are not the cause of a problem. The society that pushes them towards that is the problem. The access to drugs creates drug addicts. Mental illness and issues within society, and the things that these young men learn from society as well, are what make men go into looks maxing. That is what happens. They're just recent trenders that abuse it. 110%. 110%. I'm not saying he's doing a good thing, by the way. I'm not saying that. I don't think a drug addict is doing a good thing. But please, when you think of this topic, all I'm saying is you need to understand that. One's in the chat if you see what I'm saying. You just need to understand it. You don't have to agree with what he's doing. I don't agree with what he's doing. And I don't think that insecurities and these kinds of things should be utilized to make profit over insecurity. You should not believe that. But you should not be ignorant of the issue. Cray, I don't think anyone disagrees. Oh, we're all good then. Oh, we're all good then. One, but I disagree on some things. Oh, so Dark Master was wrong. Huh. Looks like I'm talking to more than one person here. Interesting. I think men need to hold other men accountable, though. People with voices like Clav, Asman, and Tates need to be held accountable for farming these poor young men. 110%. 110%. And I like to think I try to be... I try to be a good influence for young men, believe it or not. I do try, and I think that's what I'm trying to do now. If you ask me if I think that people should be smacking their faces with a hammer, the answer is no. You need to hit the gym and get into exercise and get into your hobbies and get a good diet and start believing in yourself, get a good job, find a dream, find hope. And that's what young men need. They need direction, and they need other men to help them with that journey. And that is the way it should be, is in many ways, men who have not been a good influence to other men are the reason why this is happening in many ways. In many ways. I try to be respectful and nice, but people take advantage. Of course, dude, without a doubt. Without a doubt, you know? It's kind of like body dysmorphia, right? Yeah, without a doubt. Oh, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt, it's body dysmorphia. Hey, Binge, how you? I'm doing very well. Having some interesting talks today, you know? Yeah, having some interesting talks today. Yeah. I think it all starts with fathers. Oh, dude. Without a doubt, that's a topic. You know? That is a topic and a half. You're damn straight it starts with fathers. You're damn fucking straight, dude, you know? Yeah, our fathers, you know. Oh my goodness gracious me. I think also it's a lot of society, and I think man, I've got a lot of different takes on this topic. My mind's going 1,000 miles an hour, you know? Yeah. It's a lot of society. It's a lot of society. Men are also men are also going through like a very different thing at the moment. You know what I mean? The men are also going through something at the moment, men as a whole, and how men's place in society is changing and altering. And I think a lot of people like to point and laugh at that. And they like to say, oh, it's men's fault. It might be a man's fault, but it's not men's fault. And I think that that's what you're seeing with looks maxing, you know? Yeah, that's what you're saying. A man's place in society is starting to change. It's the elites. Yeah, it's the elites, you know? It is. They love it, you know? They're the ones that profit off it, you know? They've profited off women's insecurities for years. I try not to speak on women's issues because I'm not a woman. But, you know, I think any woman in here will tell you about how they felt pressured by society to look a certain way, be a certain way, do this, do that. And now I think that men are starting to experience that. Men are now having to find a new place in society a lot of the time. Yeah. Do you think people discourage others to follow their dreams, or you see them as obstacles? Dude, we have never lived in a place where people call it more cringe to try to follow your dreams or have fun. Nearly 40, by the way. Nearly 30, by the way. Cringe, lol. That didn't exist when I was a kid, dude. You know what I mean? You saw like a 50-year-old killing it. You know, you'd be like, that's fucking awesome. You know, now everything's cringe and everything's lame and everything's whack and everything's bad and everything's this and that. I think the saddest thing is that Zoomers and the young generations are more hated on than any other generation we've ever had. These kids, man, they're going to go through the hard yards to just find an identity because everything they do is seen as bad, you know? These days, you're not allowed to have fun. Yeah, I don't want to sound too negative, but I think with the advent of social media, I think social media is good for the most part. But the bad of social media is bad. The bad of social media is the worst thing ever to exist. Ever. But the good of social media is the best thing that has ever existed. So you've got these two offset positions, right? Where social media used great is amazing, you know what I mean? And the reason why we're even having this conversation is because of social media. The only reason we can discuss these issues as adults is social media, and that's a good thing. You're more questioned these days than ever before. You open up Twitter, you open up Reddit, you open up YouTube, you open up Twitch, you open up your fucking Spotify, and you're getting more social media presence and different opinions and different things. It's great, but there's also the advent of the bubble, you know, creating like a sphere around people as well, and that's really bad. Ugh, bad. But, you know, social media changed us for the worst and for the better. The only reason we're having this conversation is social media. You know, the only reason. So it's a bit of both. It's a bit of, you know, it's a bit of both. And I think the negatives of that are really, really, really insane, because young people that are growing up with this, they get told their shit constantly. You know? They get told their shit constantly. And I think that's pretty bad. That's pretty crazy, you know? Yeah. Yeah, appreciate it. I think the good and the bad might be actually pretty evenly balanced. I think, when I put my hands up here, chat, I was just describing a scale that I think that the gray area, it's not too gray, that I see a lot of really great stuff on social media news, and then I see a really bad stuff. I wasn't exactly saying that there's not equal amounts of these two things occurring. I just think at the end of the spectrum, these two things occur, and there's not much gray in the sense of what's being shown, you know? I just show that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, we can learn about wars, injustice, donate, volunteer, communication between countries, meeting friends, video games, social media, sharing hobbies, sharing thoughts, sharing philosophies, showing political takes, showing differences. All these things are positive social media outlets, you know? Yeah. And then on the other side of things, social media, I think, gives a lot of people excuses. Me personally. A lot of people use social media as an excuse in many ways. Like, yeah, like for example, I saw somebody, not to come for you in the chat, but I saw someone said social media killed romance. Romance still exists. Romance is still there. It's there more than ever. You know, there's romance on every single place you go in life. There's romance to be seen. I'm always positive minded. You know, it's like, yeah, dating apps ruined romance. No, dating apps ruined the people that are on dating apps. You know, like, you can still find romance in life. You can still go and find it. You went on a dating app and then, you know, you found that you got no hits. But did you do your hair that day? You know, I don't know. Like, take some self-blame. Take a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, dating apps are not a substitute for romance. And in fact, 2 people I know who are married right now in my personal friendship group both met on Tinder. You know what I mean? It does happen as well. Like, I will always go towards the positive. I know a lot of you guys don't like, a lot of you guys don't like my positivity takes, you know, but I will never fold for the internet's negative attitude. I will never fucking fold on it. I will never become negative like that. I'll never believe that the whole world is fucked and the world's collapsing. Ugh, shut up. Leave me alone. You know, I don't want to do it. I will never fold to that, you know, ever. You know, people can call that fake. They can call it what they want, but I believe in understanding and all that kind of stuff, you know, definitely. Yeah, W optimism. Yeah, W. Well, I mean, man, never forget there was a psychological movement literally called positive psychology, because people came into learning about psychology, looked around, and realized that everyone was just being really negative. Like, I think that was in like the 1970s, maybe even close to like 1990s, but people literally came in and said, what's with all the drug use? You know, like, what's with people telling people that are depressed, like, that they suck? Like, what's going on here? And positive psychologists were like, what the fuck? You know, like, never forget that's a real thing that happened, you know? Yeah. It gets more views for whatever reason. You gotta realize that a lot of these fuckers are doing it for views and money. You know, they prey on your basic psychology to want to watch drama and see terrible things happen to terrible people. You know, they play on it. They love it. They love when you're weak-minded, you know. The negative person who is being overly negative becomes weakened. They don't become stronger. You don't become strong from being negative. You become weak. And that's a fact, I believe. If you're drama-filled, looking to see the worst in things and stuff like that, hate here shows hate here. It's just true. It's just what you are. You know what I mean? It's just what you slowly become. I would say raging against the machine is more of a political stance. You know, that's more of a societal stance, you know? Like, but just far out hate for like subjective things like, you know, people who come into stream and call me ugly or they try to insult a streamer, they are ugly. Like, I know that sounds, they're ugly here. You know, they're ugly here. You know, that's just the truth of the matter. You know, they're ugly in their heart. It's the same for if you start to learn guitar or you start to learn the drums or you start to learn the fucking flute and your friend says, you'll never learn the flute. That's because they believe that they can't learn the flute. And they fucking can't. And you should look at that fucker and you should say, you'll never learn the flute, bitch. See my point? Proven. Did you play the flute? I'm the master at playing the flute, lad. People who call people ugly in social media hide behind, oh, bro, I understand it was funny. Are you ready for this?
I would say Raging Against the Machine is more of a band than a way of thought.
Then you didn't listen to the fucking lyrics. Then you weren't listening enough. You need to listen. Oh, Nirvana was just a band. It's okay to eat fish because they don't have any feelings. Ooh. What?
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah.
I was making a dad joke. Oh, I loved it. Please keep doing it. I loved it. I thought he was just a pescatarian. No, listen to the lyrics. Listen. Dude, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, on the looks thing. Well, remember when Dream did his face reveal? And everyone was calling him ugly? How are you gonna call someone ugly with a profile picture looking like that? How are you gonna do that? How are you doing that? I don't understand. I'll never understand it. He was just a dude.
I'm gonna eat this mango slice I just found on the floor because I was eating mango slices last night.
He was just a dude. A Dream's so ugly. Dream's so ugly. Oh, you know what I fucking hate? Anime profile pictures. And I want you to know, if you've got an anime profile picture in this fucking chat and you've ever wrote a hate message online, I know what you are. I know what you are, you fugly bitch. Oh. Sorry, I've been working on my anger problems. I mean, I'm glad you like that anime, but if you're gonna talk shit about somebody's looks, maybe have your profile picture an image of you so we can see who we're dealing with. Because if you can dish it, I believe you should be able to take it. And that is my take. Thank you. How good is dried fucking mango? Ah, yes. Filled with the photo chemical, manganese. An amazing chemical that can balance out your blood sugar levels. Absolutely amazing. No, it's Magenese. He just made that up. By the way, that's a real thing. That's a real photochemical in mangoes. You'll be more. Hey! You know, What are those things? They're like oranges, but they're not. A mandarin. Mandarins have a chemical called manfarin in them, and it's the only thing with manfarin. I think like tangerines, oranges, and them have manfarin. I don't know if mangoes have manfarin, but that's another unique thing. Your mum balanced my blood sugar levels. We don't talk about mums in here. Hayden. What is my brother saying in the chat? Some men just want to see the world the size of a tangerine. What is he saying? I'm going to tell Chad a story about you, Hayden. I think I've told him this before. Don't get scared, Hayden. It's okay. Uh-oh. No, it's a good story. It's a good story. My dad used to drink a lot. You know, drunk people, they start talking shit and stuff like that. So my brother, when he got a bit older, like probably like 16, 18 years old, whenever my dad would start up at my brother would start talking gibberish at my drunk dad, who's like 13 beers deep. So my dad would be like, "What are you fucking doing? Where are you fucking going?" And my brother would be like, "Bubby scoobity, skibbity, no baba. Ridiculonculus, Bakami." And my dad would be like, "What the fuck?" Be like, "What the fuck?" And he'd look at my mum, and my mum would be like, you know, coming out and be like, "This kid's an idiot." He'd be like, "Oh, my son." He'd be like, "Oh, my friend is an idiot. He doesn't even know how to speak." He'd be like, "Go on, get." And then Hayden would be off free. Like, Hayden would be off free. He'd be like, "La, la, la, la." He'd just be so good. No, my dad was actually the king of VB stubbies. I'm not even playing. That was actually his drink, and good times, good times. When he yelled at me, I would just cry. I wish I figured it out. When Hayden figured it out. Oh my God. That was my dad's choice to drink too. Good times. I never figured out the finesse methods. Oh, don't, Hayden! You will actually give me a fucking trauma PTSD attack. Holy fuck. Now that's something I've never told Chad about, dude. That makes me want to cry. Fucking hell. As you can tell, I didn't grow up in the best environment with my father. Tell us a story? Nah, it's actually fucked. It's actually fucked. This is actually crazy just talking about it on stream. Isn't it crazy? My brother's in the chat, by the way. Oh, man. Nah. I don't even know if I can talk about that. I don't know. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough, dude. That's pretty rough times. Fucking hell. Yeah, I feel like I don't think I'm gonna share that. No, it's actually pretty rough. It's actually pretty fucked, actually. The more I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I can actually share that. Yeah, that's making my face go red. Yeah, I don't know if I can share that. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. Just DM me. When Jacob, my little cousin, would be playing the Xbox and I just turn it off. Oh, that's not funny. That's not funny. Oh. I was not the nicest kid. I was abused, so it's okay. Fucking hell.
Does the gibberish thing work on people high on drugs? Cause I was thinking about a skibbity babadoo. Papa bee boop knee happen pre fork. Be hooper?
No, Hayden, do you remember when you started getting better at me at video games when I went through my days of partying and stuff like that? And then Hayden, I would bully the shit out of my little brother every time we'd play a video game. I'd be a little rat scumbag. And then when he started to overtake me in video games, I just never versed him ever again. I just never versed him. Yeah. No, Hayden, you don't understand. See, you don't even know this started to happen. You beat me in Quake, and then after you beat me in Quake, I never versed you in a video game ever again. He doesn't even know it. He was treated this way. Oh, man. No, I'm the oldest. No, Hayden's not older than me. He's younger. And he's taller than me. I'm pretty much the same height as my little sister. Younger and stronger, Hayden, I would fucking throw you around a room like you were made of a fucking bag of sand, you little weak dog. Don't ever say the word stronger when you... Stronger? I'm fine, baby! I'm good. Sand can be heavy. I fucking hate this guy. I feel like Dad. Sand can be heavy. See what he does? See what he fucking does? Blood, I've literally gone to the gym once. You went once! You know what? I nearly called you Cray. Fuck! Sorry, it's because I've got internal demons. See? I start talking about the gym and my body dysmorphia triggers. You know, because I was actually about to mention how you are what you eat. And I remember you used to eat those long cheese sticks, and that's what your arms became. Long cheese sticks. No muscle on them. Move to Melbourne and come to the gym with your brother. Look at the fucking width of him, though. Look at the fucking... Look, you can see... That's all fucking muscle. Oh, I love it. Ultimate younger sibling rage bait. And the classic older brother rage, you know? The classic... Did you ever pretend the second controller was plugged in when you're playing those games? Oh, me and Hayden would do that with our little cousins. We'd have like a fake... Do you remember that, Hayden? Like, when Jacob was like real little... I don't think we ever did that to Joshy, I don't think, but I was a little shit with my little cousins sometimes. I don't know if Hayden remembers this, but sorry, it always makes me smile, even though it's not funny, but we were playing like Mortal Kombat or something. I don't know if you remember this, Hayden. It was me, you, Jacob, and Josh in the room. And like, I kept telling Jacob that I would let him win. Like, I'll let you win this round, Jacob. I'll let you win this round. And then he'd come out, flank it. You know, I'd be like, get over here. And then Jacob would be in tears. As he was crying. I'd just be playing Scorpion and beating the shit out of him. Just beating the shit out of him. In game. Oh, poor Jacob. Fucking hell. Oh, man. And then if he was ever winning, I'd turn off the console. Oh. Do you remember I'm gonna eat your fish? Why does that sound triggering? What is that, Hayden? Is it too bad to say on stream? What is that? Oh! Oh my God! Memory unlocked! Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! Whoa! Whoa! A gate just... A gate just unlocked. Whoa! That was fucking crazy. My dad, I don't think I've made this clear enough, was a nasty man sometimes. And my little cousin Josh got a new fish. My dad, no, it's not even funny. Bro, we got a lot of trauma, dog. Fucking hell. Thank God I'm seeing a psychologist. This is fucked. It's funny, but it's not funny. It was very funny. It was hilarious, but he would always tell Josh, like, Josh... We'd be like eating dinner or something. Eating dinner, and my dad would be there like sipping on his beer. Jesus Christ. Like, set the scene. Everyone's sitting there in silence, like eating their dinner, right? Like me, Hayden, Megs, the family, and our baby cousin Josh, our baby cousin Jacob, and my dad at the head of the table. And he'd be sitting there with a beer in his hand, right? Be sitting there. And my baby cousin Josh just got a new fish, right? He got like this little goldfish or something like that. And he'd be like there. And Josh would be like eating his dinner with a big smile on his face, like la, la, la. And my dad would be like staring at him from the head of the table and be like, wouldn't mind eating your new fish, Josh? And Josh would be, what? And my dad would like sip a beer and he'd be like, bet that new fish you got's nice and tasty. And my baby cousin Josh would be like, no. And he'd be like, I love going down and eating fish. It was fucked. It was fucked. Is that pretty much the gist of the story, Hayden? Because that's how I remember it. Poor Joshy. Aw.
So your dad was a pescatarian?
He wasn't. He'd fucking eat anything within a 5-mile radius, my dad. Oh my God! More trauma dumping from me and Hayden. Stories from our youth. Dude, my dad would put so much salt on his food. That there would be a ring around his fucking plate. When you lifted it up, the plate, there would be a ring of salt around his plate. And when I was really, really little, like a little boy, I would come up, like when Dad wasn't around, I'd come up and I'd get my 2 fingers, I go, and I did it. Please, sir, can I have some? When I was really little, when I would have been like fucking 6 or something, I'd be like climbing up, be like, and that was my dinner. That was my dinner. I'm like just little snackies around the ring. Fuck, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, did he starve you? No, you're just being an idiot. Do you remember that song we used to dance to? I'm not telling chat that. I'm not telling them about running round the honors. I'm not telling them that fucking story. I'm not doing that. We weren't even kids. That's fucked. No. Oh, you wait till the fucking cut. No, Hayden, are you ready? Passion of the Christ. Every damn night I watched that damn movie. My dad would get drunk. And he'd be like, we're watching a movie together. We'd be like, what are we watching? He's like, Passion of the Christ. And you know when like Jesus is going, I'd be like, he died for our sins. I'd be sitting there like, I'm like a 17-year-old kid, sounds like a great guy. I mean, minus the alcohol, he may have been onto something. But like, it's crazy. Because he just did the sin of gluttony, the sin of fucking drinking too much, and then like a half-naked woman would appear on the screen. Do you remember Dad saying this, Hayden? Like, we'd watch like the movie The Mummy, and fair play, the chick in the movie's fucking hot, right? But she'd be on the screen, and in front of my mum, my dad would say, she wants me. Fuck, she wants me. Wait, oh my God. I do that when I'm playing video games. Oh my God, wait. Oh my God. We are our father's sons. Oh my God, that's fucked. It carried down. It carried down. You got, don't, please don't actually call me my dad, please. You don't understand what you're saying. Come on. There's a funny bit in there, but let's not call me my dad. That's crazy. I don't think you understand. Yeah, but you don't have your partner next to you. Have I ever done? Oh, uh-oh. Whoopsie. No, crazy shit though. Crazy shit though. No, bonkers. I'm going to bed. Good night. Catch you later, Sean. Can I get a bye in the chat for Sean? Catch you later, big dog. Yeah, I call my dad now and again. I called him like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. You live and you learn. You know what I mean? Facts in the chat for that. I mean, I think that's also why me and Hayden are so chill to talk about it on stream. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is, you know? Sometimes all you can do with this kind of stuff is look back and, you know, there's some things I won't share on stream which are genuinely fucked. I've worked through them. W's in the chat for that. I've walked through them. It happens, you know what I mean? It's also very funny, honestly. Some of it is genuinely funny. Some of it is genuinely funny. Like, some of the stuff that happened, man, just, like, it's crazy to think that I would never treat my kid like that in 1,000 years. But I think that's also kind of the goodness of it. One's in the chat if you can see that. You can choose to go either way. You can choose to go the route of not learning the lesson that it was bad and becoming one of those assholes that repeat it, you know? But you got to break it and you got to be like, that was fucked, you know? And I think laughing about it shows the work, you know what I mean? It shows like the work, you know? It's like, man. Like, you know what was weird for me? You know what was weird? I think if I ever have kids, I think the main thing that I would teach, you know, my kids was that repeating an action makes you better at it. I don't think I ever had that drilled into me when I was a kid. Did you, chat? One's in the chat if you had that kind of like drilled into you. Two's in the chat if not really. I was never really taught, I don't think, doing something again and again and again and again and again and again and again will make me... I had no discipline. Yeah, like there was no discipline in my household. I've told like friends and other family members this as well, but man, I just never was taught like, oh, by the way, if you practice this, no wonder I loved video games. It was like the only discipline I had. I know that sounds funny, but you get better at Quake, you get better at Counter-Strike, you get better at StarCraft, if you know what I mean. You know, no wonder that's where I delved into, because it was the only sense of like good shit that I was like good at, because you fucking practice it, you know? I know that sounds weird, but it is true, huh? Glacier, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you, man. Yeah, you had like baseball and stuff. See, I didn't do any sports like that, really. Like I played football for like a season, played cricket for like a season, and then gave up. But even when I did MMA for years to learn how to fight, not because of the discipline. You know, I was like, somebody fucks with me, I'm gonna fucking get him. You know, that's why I did MMA. I can't even, when I was a kid, that's why I was like, I'm gonna break their fucking arm. You fucking me?
You're not gonna live through the winter.
Beefy, thank you so much for the sub, big dog. Thank you. Dude, we haven't done a stream like this in ages. This feels really fun. This is good. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes permanent, and nobody is perfect. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. You still got it? The what? Still got the that's one thing I regret, is I don't have much from my childhood, like old cricket bats or old anything like that. You know, I don't have much memorabilia. I hate that. And that's one thing that I hate about, you know, the only real crazy memorabilia I have. Hayden, are you still in chat? Is right there. Look at that, hey dog. Look at that there. Do you see? Yeah, I still have Hack's sign, which is crazy. And Hayden, do you remember this, Hayden? I don't know if you know, I still got this, dude. I still got Final Fantasy VII, the original like DVD set. Remember this, dude? Surely you remember that. We watch this all the time, man. I saw it last time I was there. That is so cool. But other than that, I don't have much. Yeah. The MMA, like, could you still kick ass? I don't mean this in a wannabe tough way, but yeah, I could put you in a armbar, a triangle, and that's about it. But the rest is kind of like whiskey. But I still have that wrestling background where, like if a dude tackled me, you know, got on top of me, I could fucking flip him so quick. You know what I mean? I could get myself out of a pickle like that really quick. I did jiu-jitsu for ages. Yes, daddy? This is why you don't stream! Me first? Stop. Daddy. You're used to getting guys getting on top of you. No, I literally am. No, no, but like seriously, I am very used to having dudes on top of me. Like I've done a lot of jiu-jitsu. I've done a lot of wrestling. Like I've done so much. I've done so much of it. My safe word is pineapple. Mine's samurai. What happens if you've got pineapples in the bedroom? That's not a good safe word. But I don't see myself ever role-playing as a samurai. Maybe I need a new word. Maybe I need a new word. Cyberpunk reference? Okay, can I say the craziest thing? You're not going to believe me. My safe word was samurai before Cyberpunk. You're not going to believe me? I get it. You're not going to believe me? My safe word was samurai before Cyberpunk. I was literally shocked when I was playing the game, and he goes, my safe word, samurai. In fact, I can prove it. W's in the chat. In fact, I can prove it. When I was in Europe, my safe word while IRL streaming was samurai. Remember that? One's in the chat if you remember that. Remember that? When I was in Europe, I said, chat, safe word, samurai. I don't think that was from Cyberpunk. Yep. Yep. Yeah, in Croatia, my safe word was samurai. Yeah, I've heard you say it ages ago. Yeah, actually. Yep. Yep. I see learning MMA as a requirement. I hate fighting, but sadly it's needed sometimes, especially to protect your family. Learning MMA and jiu-jitsu gives you a little bit, it gives you a little bit of, like, I can't explain it. It's like, gives you a little bit of, yeah, you feel your body. You feel, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude, and I don't mean it this way. If you've never actually wrestled a dude on a floor, right? This sounds really, I think a lot of guys overestimate how good they're going to be in an altercation like that. One's in the chat if you would agree. Like, you know, you overestimate how good you're going to do in a wrestle match. Like, I don't mean this in a rude way, but if you've never done jiu-jitsu and you were to tackle me, you're fucked. I am going to wrap your head around my legs, put you in a triangle. I'm going to watch your face go purple. Your face is gone purple. Like 100%. 100. If you've never done jiu-jitsu in this fucking stream, God, I can't wait. No, I don't. I'm trying to be tough. I'm trying to sound... Stop making it gay! Yes, please. Don't ever say please. No. You are being tough, Daddy. Oh. Shit. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. This is why I love this chat. I hate these people. What? What do you mean, you people? Oh, I don't know, Kangaroo Jack. We're lost, man. We're super lost. For 500 years. So good. Oh, I love that movie. Tropic Thunder's the best. What's better, Tropic Thunder or White Chicks? I don't know. It's gotta be... What for? What for? Cracks himself up every time. I love it, dude. I love it. If you can't laugh at yourself or with yourself or at a joke you're saying, like, what are we doing, you know? What are we doing? You reckon Step Bros is funnier than Tropic Thunder? Oh, man. I understand. I get it, but mine's Tropic Thunder above Step Bros for sure. I reckon Tropic Thunder funnier than Step Bros, but I do respect it. I do respect it. Nah, Step Bros is goated. Step Bros is goated. That's true. Step Bros not even top 10? Oh, you reckon? Not top 10? I'd say White Chicks and Tropic Thunder funnier than Step Bros, but Step Bros is good. Anchorman, I think Step Bros is better than, sorry, I think Anchorman's funnier than Step Bros, I reckon. Oh, did you touch my drums? Oh, maybe it... Oh, man. The more I'm thinking about it, What do you guys reckon is your funniest movie of all time? There's a 5-minute section in Step Bros audio commentary where they sing the song about the prosthetic testicles. See, I don't remember that. I don't remember a lot of Step Bros for some reason. Like, I just find White Chicks and Tropic Thunder so good. I never watched Grown Ups. Is that worth it? And hey, Shaggity. Hey, Miss Kiki. Yo, big dogs. Dude, Anchorman's pretty fucking great. Dude, the Rush Hour movies are so good. In-Betweeners, I never watched it. I think like Baz put it on once and I was like, but like I came in like midway and I was like, I don't know about that. Because that's a show, right? You know what still is so well written? The Office. The Office, man. The American Office is still so good. Like, it's still so good. I love it. I love it. It's so funny. I put on a couple of episodes not too long ago. Fuck, it's funny, dude. The whole Dwight thing and just so funny. Timeless. Yeah, timeless comedy. What's The Paper? Never heard of that. Parks and Rec is a comfort show for me, but I'm not like laughing, if you know what I mean, at Parks and Rec, if I'm being honest. Yeah, The Office is my comfort show too. I got a lot of comfort shows though, to be honest. The show that made me laugh the hardest was Bob's Burgers. I think I've told you guys that before. Bob's Burgers, just that moment where... and what's the name of your dad's business, sweetie? Bob's Burgers! I think Hayden was there when that was happening. My brother was there. Bob's Burgers! And I'm like in tears laughing. Fuck, it's funny. I can't remember the last time I was in stitches laughing. The first season of Bob's Burgers is so good. I haven't seen the new ones. Archer, for me, isn't funny. Archer, I don't find funny, although it's a good show. I don't know. Archer's like... I don't find it like, ha, ha, ha. Like, I'm just like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm like... I watch Archer and I'm like, I was like, that's really witty. You know, that's witty. Archer is kind of sexist, in my opinion. I know this sounds really weird, but that's the point. Archer is making fun of James Bond. It's making fun of that masculine stereotype. You know what I mean? That's the point. It's satire. Yeah, it's irony. Yeah, it's to show you how stupid it is. Yeah, it's to show you how ridiculous James Bond is. And all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's too much, though. It's uncomfortable. That might be... I don't mean this in a rude way. That might just be you, Higher. You know, maybe you just don't like that kind of stuff. Look, I don't think it's that... I don't think Archer is that funny. I don't think it's that funny of a show. I don't think I've ever cried laughing at, you know... It's not hilarious. It's more... It is kind of like he's a racist, sexist idiot. You know what I mean? He's a moron. It's like people who watch South Park and for some reason think that South Park's commentary is that Cartman is in the right. You're not supposed to agree with Cartman. You know, in fact, most of South Park is actually mocking these characters and showing you how ridiculous it is to be sexist and to be an idiot. So often, the story of South Park is actually, if you actually watch the fucking episodes, it's showing you how stupid they are, these kids. Like, it really is. You should go back and rewatch some of these episodes, man. Like, South Park has, like, crazy commentary on that type of stuff. In fact, I don't even like the episodes where they get too into that. Like, I don't even like... Like, I actually got really bored of their commentary on, like, Donald Trump and stuff. I was like, come on, man. I was like, fucking hell. I was like, yeah, I laughed the first couple of times. Fuck. You know? Oh, brain rot has existed for years. I think it was just done a little bit more, like, wittier. Sorry, I'm looking at my hair. Sorry if you can tell that. I'm just playing with my hair, yeah. But yeah. South Park climbs all the way up its own ass every few years, and it gets boring fast. Yeah. I did not like the new, I did not like the new South Park season. I didn't like it, chat. I didn't like it. It was too much. It was too much for me. I didn't mind the Integrity Farms thing. I think it just fucking dragged. Like, let's get some integrity. I was like, fuck. You know, bring back the talking piece of shit, you know? Remember him? Mr. Hanky? Bring him back. Fucking hell, where's he at? And I hated those episodes, but I didn't hate him as much as, like, some of the other ones, you know? Have you finished The Boys already? Dude, I know I've went on this rant a lot. I stopped watching it. Baz said to watch the last episode, but I stopped 3 episodes, 4 episodes into the new season. I was pretty done. I was like, this is really badly put together. I was like, this is, ugh, I didn't like it. 1's in the chat if you watch the new Boys show. 2's in the chat if no. Did you watch it? Not worth it? Don't spoil it for anyone, please, in the chat, but I do know what happens. I'll say that. And I might see it out. I might see it out still, even though I know what happens. But I knew what, I feel like I knew what happened in the comic books, but apparently, is it different, I think it is. Is it different than the comic book? If you've already invested time, it's different, yeah. Okay, maybe I know the comic book version. It's worse somehow. Can I ask a question? Have you guys noticed, why do a lot of comic book fans not like Spider-Man? Like, I saw on Reddit, like, guys arguing and calling Spider-Man like a pussy and stuff, and like, is it the Ultimate Spider-Man versus Amazing Spider-Man? Does anybody... Like, they love Spider-Man in the movies, but they think that Peter Parker is like a bitch or something like that? Or... It must have just... It was on, like, the comic book Reddit. I was like, what the fuck? Maybe it's just Reddit. Maybe I just got on the wrong thing, but... They were talking about, like, this stuff, and they were saying that, like, you know, Spider-Man's, like, the most hated comic book character when you get down to it. I was like, I don't know. I thought Spider-Man was, like, next to Batman in popularity. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? I don't know about that. I shower, so I'm not allowed to read comic books. That makes sense. Ever since I started reading comics, life's been going downhill a little bit, yeah. Life's been going downhill a little bit, yeah. Oh, man. So I'm reading through Invincible. And I finished this whole thing, right? I finished this whole book. This. And now I'm up to the second one. Bro. Fucking hell. The filler of Invincible is so boring. It's a good read, but I can't enjoy the filler. I can't enjoy, like, the minute they get away from, like, the Viltrumite stuff, I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, fucking hell, get to the Viltrumites, you know? I'm like, they've got too many extra episodes in it. There's too many, like, yeah, I hated that Hell episode. I won't spoil too much, but there's an episode, it's like an offset story away from the main story, you know, in the most recent story where they're like, we're going to hell. Fucking Resident Sleeper. I was fucking snoring. Sorry, I spat because I'm so passionate. Man, I was like so bored. Ugh. Oh, man. Dude, if me and Baz watched all the filler for Naruto, Baz would not have gotten through it. Yeah, but dinosaurs is the best. Dude, I hate dinosaurs. They're so annoying in media. I don't like dinosaurs. The only time a dinosaur is okay in media is Jurassic fucking Park or the original fucking Tomb Raider. I fucking hate when, like, I'm reading Spider-Woman or I'm reading Invincible and then they get teleported to a different dimension. It's like, oh, we've got to fight dinosaurs. I find it so boring. It's so overdone. It's like, fuck, there's just another... I know, I get it. I think it's because I don't find a T-Rex scary or, like, interesting. So I'm not like, oh, cool, like... I think dinosaurs are cool. I just don't want to see them in my comics in the multiverse. I love Jurassic Park. You need to watch Primitive War. You might like it. No, what is that? Ooh. Ooh. Marvel has a T-Rex. Yeah. What is Primitive War, chat? What is Primitive War? A Vietnam War with dinos horror flick. What the fuck are you talking about? What is that? Ah. I'm good. I'm good. God bless you. Take your time, yeah. You guys will have fun with that one. You guys will have fun. You guys will have a good time. Not for Creator. Bit of a gore fest. Ooh. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
You weirdo. I don't mind gore in things. I think as long as gore is done well. Like, I thought the best gore I've ever seen is in the TV series From. One's in the chat if you've seen From, two's in the chat if you haven't. Best way gore is ever done is in From. That TV show does gore very well. Oh, it's so underrated. I can't believe how many people have not watched From. Holy fuck, chat. It's a little slow, it's a little confusing, but if you get into the mystery and the thriller aspects of From, you'll really like it. I love it. I don't understand why people like gore. Gore is a real thing that happens in real life, so I think it's sometimes a little bit odd when it's ignored in movies or film. So, like, if I shoot you with a shotgun and there's no gore, I think it breaks the immersive feeling of that guy's being shot with a shotgun, if that makes sense. It's not necessarily that you like the gore, that you're like, yippee, but it's like what would actually happen if you were shot with a shotgun, if that makes sense. It's that, you know? Yeah. Oh, I love it, Voodoo. I love it. It also has a bit of shock value. So curiosity, I would say it's not curiosity. I would say it's more just like what happens in real life a little bit. You know, like if somebody gets shot with a shotgun and there's no gore, like what's going on? You know what I mean? Like he was just shot with a shotgun, you know? Like I'm just kind of like, Like, it just breaks your immersion a little bit, you know? I'm a grown-ass man. I understand gore happens. Does that make sense? You know? Like, it's like... You know, and it's a horror thing. Like, nobody likes to see somebody ripped to shreds or dead bodies and shit like that. So it's like, I won't spoil anything, but in From, I think it adds like a little bit of a mystery of like, what the fuck did this thing do to this dude? You know, you're like, what the fuck? Like, it's so gory, but it's gore with the point of creating mystery. It's really interesting. You should watch the show From, chat, and I think very quickly you'll be like, I get it. Anonymous Gifter, thanks for the 5 gifted, man. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, Oasis got gifted a sub. W's in the chat. Thank you, man. Thank you, Anonymous. Oh, I loved True Detective. The first season of True Detective was so good. That is so good. Yeah, I think, look, if your comfort movie is Saw, I'd kind of be like, I'm not hanging out with you anymore. You're a bit of a freak. But other than that, Shaggity, I'd watch that person, dog. You know, comfort movie being Saw is a little fucky wucky. You know, that's a little fucky, dog. Like, I hate that bit when she falls into the pit of needles. Ah! Me and my brother have talked about it before, but dude, I was watching like Saw and shit when I was like 8 years old. It's so fucked. Like, we had no barrier to entry, me and my brother. Like, we watched everything. We watched fucking Hostel at like 9, and that's like Saw on crack. Like, it was fucked. I was watching everything, dude. I was watching everything. Crazy. I'm so desensitized to that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that was bad. I still remember watching it. Berserk is the only gore film I actually like for the gore. Do you mean Berserk is in like the manga and anime? Is that what you mean? Do you mean like just the manga and... Donnie Darko's a cool mystery thriller, right? A little bit of horror elements. I kind of forget it. Hostel movies are a lot, yeah. I don't like gore movies. You know what I mean? Facts in the chat if you know what I mean. I don't actually like fully enjoy gore movies. I'll watch Saw, but I like the underlining story of who's going to get out, how they're going to get out, how they're going to survive. The gore's just the torture bit of like what's going on, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say. Top 5 horror movies. The original Conjuring. Obsession, for sure. I know that's a, very popular take at the moment, but it's just true. Obsession's so good. Dude. Fucking hell. Original Conjuring, Obsession. Let me bring up a list of horror movies. Maybe we tier list horror movies. Hereditary. There's a movie where they don't make noise as well, which is kind of like there's no audio in the horror movie smash or pass. Horror villains smash or pass tier list. Oh my God. Oh, this is cool. Look, tier list for all these horror movies. Dude, so crazy. I've seen nearly all of them. There's a couple in here I haven't seen. Eraser, I haven't seen. What other ones haven't I seen? How the fuck is Underworld horror, bitch? The Wailing, fantastic. Thing, awesome. Tusk, ugh, so bad. Rack scene, Ring scene, Ritual scene, Grudge scene, The Fly. Don't really remember it. Sinister, Scream, all the Saws. How is... What the fuck is this list, lad? Terrible. Sydney! Sweeney fucking Todd! Fucking get out of here. That's really pissing me off. The problem with horror movies is the majority is shit. That's the problem with horror movies is the majority are bad and the cream of the crop rises very quickly to the top. You know? All 78 Saw Traps tier list. We could go through, dude, that's such a fuck stream. And you just watch them all on YouTube and then decide. Jesus. What about movies tier list? Ultimate movies tier list, 2,000 plus movies. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Holy smokes. Wowzers. Whoa. As I scroll down, do you realize how many movies you've seen? Because I do. I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, I've seen so many of these movies. So many I haven't seen, to be fair, but... Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm like, holy god. Eternal... Oh, this is... Yeah. What is... Oh, order, duh. A lot here I haven't seen. A lot of ones here I haven't seen. Klaus! I loved that movie. That was so good. House Moving Castle. Love Simon. Never heard of it. Parasite. Yep. 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 No. Yep. No. No. Yep. 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 No. 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 Yep. No. No. No, but nearly watched it. Yes, 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 yes. No, yes. No, no, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Haven't seen it. No. Yes, actually, Room. I have seen Room. Reservoir Dogs, yep, yep. No, 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 yes, no, no, no. Yes. No, yes, 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 yes. No, yes, yes. No, yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. No, yes, 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 yes. Yes, actually. Yes, yes, no. Dude, I've seen so many movies. Fucking hell. Event Horizon's a classic. Event Horizon is a classic. Dude, most of them I've seen, dude. Most of them I've seen. You were never a movie person? Really? Oh my god, I've watched so many. Yeah, it's 2,000 movies, Nos, this one. What one? Can you link me that video game one you found? Nos, I've already lost it. 4 favorites out of this list? Oh my god, that'd just take me forever. First off, it'd have to come up at number 1. Passion of the Christ. Masterpiece, as my dad would say. Event Horizon is about a spaceship. Oh, I don't really want to... I feel like if you explain Event Horizon, you spoil Event Horizon. Would you agree with that? People have seen Event. I feel like if you explain Event Horizon, you have to go into Event Horizon and not know the what is it, the synopsis. Just watch it. Just watch Event Horizon. Yeah. Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic for a reason. And you got to watch like 2001 Space Odyssey as well. Now that's a banger. Simpsons reference it all the time in that one Halloween episode. I think there's like 2. It's really good. Oh, dude. Hayden, are you in chat? Do you remember how much you used to love Cyclops, dude? And I used to love Wolverine. New trailer, chat. Let's have a look. Ignite the battle!
Victory is in my sight.
To me, my X-Men.
Right on target!
Oh, you can shoot around walls. That's pretty sick.
Get off my lawn!
Oh, he's gonna say a lot of dad jokes. Oh, I like his abilities already. Oh, damn. Okay.
Propulsion beam!
Dude.
No more holding back!
He's gonna be so broken.
Optic Fury!
Fury! Optic Blast!
To me,
My X-Men. Cool. He's awesome. Dude, I fucking love Cyclops. He is really cool. Oh, I do like Cyclops. Destiny 2, the collection trailer.
Our final chance at freedom lies on that field. The Witness started this war.
I feel like I want to play through the story of Destiny. I feel like I missed out so bad not being a Destiny fan, dude. All my friends play it. It looks like they had a lot of DLCs for it, dude. Full content packs. Is this out or coming out? Was anyone still playing? Were any of you guys in chat still playing Destiny 2?
Every warlock, every hunter.
On and off?
After all we've seen,
I want to play for the story.
all we've lost, I'm asking you to rise.
Destiny 2, the collection, available now. 5 expansions, 4 content packs, 10 dungeons, 7 raids, 4 reward passes. That armor looks sick. There's a new OW character as well. Ooh, new cinematic trailer.
No. Please.
Crawl faster, crawl faster.
It won't happen again.
Oh, she's like cyberpunky?
I love it when they beg.
Hey.
What now?
Boss! We have the weapons, but Overwatch is here!
Tucker. Have to do everything myself.
Cool character design with like the lights on her throat lighting up whenever she speaks. It's pretty cool.
Our intel was right about Talon and the Hashimoto.
Sojourn.
Copy that. If they both got muscle here, it means.
Dude,
the
I love
weapons are on
Overwatch
board
cinematics,
too.
man.
No. I'm gonna have to call you back.
What are they planning with these weapons?
I'm not a snitch! Okay! I tell you whatever you want to know.
I can't wait to see what her abilities are going to be. Ooh.
I thought Overwatch never on.
Oh, dualies.
You thought right. There's more where that came from.
You fight well for human. I'm almost impressed.
Funny. I was thinking the same thing. Give it up. The weapons are gone. It's over.
She's crazy. She's crazy. If her ultimate's throwing a bloody motorcycle at people, it's gonna get a little crazy.
All right, boss, we did it.
Is there
Overwatch,
gameplay chat?
Thinking they can just swoop in and take my plan off the rails. But
Not yet.
I've got everything I need right here.
I don't know, Xion. The boss ain't gonna be happy with just this.
Trust me, Noki. She'll be thrilled. We'll be in touch.
I like the cyberpunk vibe. That's pretty cool. Whoa! The wallpaper. Damn, that's pretty cool. Fucking hell. How cool's that, Lisa? Hello, Lisa. The lady. Good to see you this evening. That's really cool. That is actually really sick. Oh, yeah, that's awesome, actually. That's awesome. She seems badass. She seems badass. What else do we have here? Dragon's Dogma, Alien Isolation, already seen that. New Missions First Look, already seen that. I think we've watched so many trailers. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a new Planet Zoo. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Maybe I turn off the YouTube stream and we watch through the Lego drama together, chat. I kind of want to watch all the Lego drama, but I don't want to get copyright striked on YouTube. Have you guys watched it? I'm not too interested in Zelda or Nintendo, chat, so I don't think I'll be watching that. You know, I don't think I'll watch the Nintendo stuff. It's not really my thing. Honestly, it's not really my thing. No, dude, I haven't done just chatting like this in ages. Dude, I have not talked to my amazing, beautiful community. What? A new Kingdom Hearts is the only big thing. In Nintendo, I thought there was a new Zelda game. Won't that be huge for you guys, the Nintendo peeps? It's a remake. Zelda Ocarina of Time. Would you say that's a good entry place to come in for, like, somebody who's never played a Zelda game? Isn't this the one that everybody absolutely loves?
There was a land called Hyrule, created by beings of
I feel like I've missed out so bad by not playing Zelda, dude.
At the very edge of this kingdom.
Maybe this remake is what gets me into Zelda, you know?
Within it, an ancient solitary tree.
Like, because as a gamer, I've heard that iconic flute my whole life, but I've never played a single Zelda game. Never.
These forest dwellers were called the Kokiri. Each had a fairy companion, and they lived out their innocent lives.
Yeah, I know the Zelda music more than I know the game, you know? Because it's everywhere.
There was one particular boy.
Nathan.
Who did not have a fairy.
Link! But he's got this special tattoo. Sorry, Zelda fans, don't butcher me. I'm sorry. this year. It's the Triforce! It's a remake, yeah. Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna unlock the key. Another series I've never played and always wanted to give a try, Kingdom Hearts, because I know how much it means to everyone. And for some reason, Pirates of the Caribbean is in it. Monsters Inc. is in Kingdom Hearts. Dude, I've never...
Made of light and darkness.
Darkness.
Maybe it's time to get into it.
True darkness! All you have to do is look inside. And that's where you'll find your light.
Supreme darkness.
I know now, without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is light.
I hope we can always be just like this forever.
Me too.
Oh my god!
Let me tell you what your friend needs right now. He needs you to believe.
Is that Count
Although my
Dooku?
heart may be weak, it's grown with each new experience, and it's
Bro,
found a home
what
with all the
don't
friends
they
I've
have in
made.
Kingdom
My
Hearts?
friends, they are my power.
Oh
Don't
my
ever
goodness.
forget.
I'm gonna have to play this
Wherever
game,
you
y'all.
go, I'm always with you.
Is this a remake or a new one, chat? Oh, 3 games. Oh, they're remakes. Collection 1 to 3.
PlayStation.
That's pretty cool. Watch the Lego drama by Reckless Ben. Yeah. Oh yeah, how crazy is it? The new Halo like remasters coming to PlayStation as well. How crazy is that? The UNSC,
Now move it out. Double
Pillar
time.
of Autumn. Oh, and it's cross-play as well from PlayStation to Xbox servers. So if you have an Xbox online multiplayer, you'll be able to play with friends in co-op on PlayStation, I believe. I'm not 100% confirming that, but I'm pretty sure.
On our eradication. The Covenant.
Oh,
So
such a
near
good
that.
scene.
And trusted everything we had left to one soldier.
Captain Keys.
Those of us who managed to escape
Yes.
found something. It wasn't refuge. It was something ancient. Beautiful. And dangerous.
The flood. Oh, that soundtrack. Oh. It's so good.
The Covenant followed us here. If they claim this place,
Hey, Cortana's
humanity
still a baddie.
doesn't survive.
I wouldn't mind eating up some of them pixels.
That's not going to happen.
Sorry. Ooh.
You are more than your armor. More than your mission. And more than they can handle.
Cool. That level is so frustrating on Legendary.
They believe they can
And
break
3
us.
new prequel levels.
They believe the fight ends here. They're wrong.
Change it up a little bit there. Look at the box. Look at the box. Steel case like the original.
I need that right now, seriously. I need that right now, seriously.
Just hand over your wallet. Seriously. Have you seen the arguments about the new Stellar Blade game? One's in the chat if you've seen them, two's in the chat if not. Have you seen like how people are like arguing about the main character and stuff? There's an argument going on where some people are saying that the main character looks like an over-sexualized child because she looks very young. But then what's happened online is a lot of people from Asian descent, Asian communities have said, we naturally look younger. I'm a grown-ass woman and like I look the same. And a lady took a photo of herself and has like a bunch of Asian women have been like taking photos of themselves and being like, what? I'm not a woman because I look younger. Like, and it's like this crazy argument right now going on online. You should search it up on Twitter and people are like going back and forth. It's really fascinating. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Do you know what I mean, chat? Like, I don't know what to say because when I initially watched this trailer, I was like, damn, that chick looks young. You know, I was like, I don't know, she's got like puffy, like baby cheeks, you know what I mean? But then like online, a bunch of grown women are like, hey, like, you know, it's like a Westerner's take. Like you're, I don't know.
I'm listening.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, for me, personally.
Scarlet Sin. That's the beginning and end of it all. How about you try taking a hit?
It's an interesting...
You're acting a little strange today.
Oh, yeah? It's our first mission in a while. Aren't you a little excited?
Stop saying weird things.
But then, like, I don't know. It's a very sensitive topic. But, you know, like... It's like maybe I shouldn't touch this topic with a 10-foot pole, but I think, I'm just going to say what I feel. A lot of, like, Asian people that I do meet, when they're like, oh, I'm 30 or I'm 35 or something, I'm like, but I thought you were like 21. You know what I mean? I thought you were like fucking 18 or something, bro. You know, I was like, what the fuck? You know, so it's like, I don't know, man. Like, you know, so maybe it's like a Western take for like me to be like, you know, she looks really young. But I don't think that changes that to me. She looks really young. But, you know, I tell you what, her body don't... You know, it's like... Well, I remember, this is like a really, really personal thing. You guys don't know her, but one of my, yeah, ban this dude if he ever sees something like that ever again. Why are you thinking of the Epstein files, bro? A little bit weird. Maybe you're in there. I remember one of my mates This is from years and years and years ago. She was like 23 years old, 22. Don't worry, she's not a streamer. She's nothing like that. I remember I was at a party and we were having this conversation about like her, you know, finding a man in her life. And she said to me something that it always stuck with me, but she said she struggles to find a boyfriend because she looks so young, but she's a grown-ass woman. And I was like, interesting, you know? And she was like such a sweet, amazing person. But, you know, I can't lie. When she said that to me, I did have a moment where, you know, hopefully if she's watching, you know, I'm not going to dox her, you know, and, you know, she's not related to streaming, but I remember thinking like, yeah, you do look really young. Like, and I don't know if like I would, do you know what I mean? Like I was like, huh. Yeah, I was like, my first thought was like, I get it. You know, I know that sounds, but she's a grown woman. You know what I mean? But she's a grown-ass woman. She just looks so young. And I was like, and I fell for her because she was like opening up about it. She was like, and I wonder if that's why this argument here has triggered such debate in people, because maybe, I don't know. But when I watched this trailer, I was like, she looks so young. Like. But then imagine looking very young as like a 25-year-old woman and people saying that about a character of that appearance. I think you would be really offended, you know? You know, maybe it's not for me to talk about, you know, maybe it's not something that I have. I got ID'd till I was past, like, I only just recently started getting ID'd, lad. Also, it's Stellar Blade. It's an over-sexualized game. They knew what they were doing here. Do you reckon... One's in the chat if you think 100% what they did was wrong here. Two's in the chat if you think it might be a cultural thing. Just in a general sense, chat. In a general sense. Like, in a general, like, overarching thing. One's in the chat. You know what they're doing. Two's in the chat. No, it's because we're Westerners. We're, you know, I don't know. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. So like 50-50, pretty much 1.5. Like, yeah. I am generally conflicted on this issue too. You know me. Usually I'm very fucking opinionated, you know, and I'm straight up like, nah, this is what I think. This is where I'm at. This is what I feel. You know, with this one, I think initially I was like, bro, that's crazy. But then when I was like, you know, online and seeing some women just be like, no, like, you know, no, that's literally what I look like. I was like, huh. And people are already doing cosplays of her, grown women. And I'm like, huh. You know, I'm like, okay. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah. Feels off to me. Yeah. Well, it's like how I always say there's the empathetic take of being able to look at both sides, right? Facts in the chat. And then there's also trying to get to the truth of the matter. You know, and I think that's what this is a battle of, is, you know, there's one truth for one group of people and another truth for another group of people. And these two truths might be clashing. So you're like, huh, I wonder, you know, what is actually right, and like what's going, you know, that's how I feel about it, where I'm just kind of like, oh, I wonder what the thing is here, you know, like I wonder what the where do we, How do we talk about this? You know, how do we get there? Yeah, just interesting. Just interesting stuff, I thought. I might make lunch and then come back and we might start watching the Lego documentary, maybe. That might be fun. What do you guys reckon, chat? Maybe that? What do you guys reckon? Enjoy this, big dogs. Batman, Arkham Asylum. Oh, that noise. Bro, I never realized how much that noise had an effect on me. That dun, 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 dun. Wow, look at that atmosphere. Batman. Arkham Knight. Why is there no atmospheric? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Batman's death scene. Arkham, Gotham Knights. There's a death scene for Batman? He can die? BRB chat, just going to heat up something in the microwave and I'll be back, big dogs. Jesus, what kind of fucking ambience is this? Bro, jeez. 1 second, y'all. What are you guys up to? Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Anywhere but Gotham does it always rain. Motherfucker has not been to Melbourne. Fucking rains in Melbourne every second day. God, I regret buying a house in this fucking dog shit state. Should have fucking went to Adelaide. This place is a fucking hellhole. Fucking hate this place. I fucking hate it. Oh, one of our shorts got 149k fucking views. Look at that, big dog. Boom. Yes! Oh, good caption. Good fucking introduction. Good everything. Fuck yeah. Good work, editors. Fuck yeah. Man, fuck Twitch. I'm good. If you guys don't start showing up to this new famous YouTuber's fucking streams, you... Lego drama. What's the video called? Lego Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben. All the boys were talking about it in the gym the other day. I tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of... One's in the chat if you've already seen this. Two's in the chat if not. One's in the chat if you've already seen this. Two's in the chat if not. I have the worst gym meal you've ever seen in your life. It's just a plate of plain pasta, tortellini with beef inside of it with a little bit of sauce. Literally the most plain tortellini you've ever seen in your entire life. Should go down all right, though.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000.
Was he actually the world record holder?
The entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. But the craziest part is that the collector doesn't even know that his collection's been stolen. Yeah, the collector's son, Brian, well, he reached out to me because he has no clue how to break this news to his dad.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
Cam, top right.
The reason he's reaching out to me is
there's a lot
the
of
police
like...
are covering this entire thing up. And at this moment,
what about over here?
I promised Brian that I would not end this video until I get his entire world record Star Wars collection back. But anyways, the thief of this collection is actually a corporation called Bricks and Minifigs.
Bricks and Minifigs, the biggest toy store of its kind.
I feel like the webcam looks so ugly on the left. No, I feel like on the right, it looks so fucking ugly.
Toy store. Bricks and Minifigs were not just your average Lego store.
For collectors, Bricks and Minifigs is basically seen as the best and safest way to sell your Lego collections.
I'm selling my Legos. So what I'm planning to do with them is take them to
my
local Bricks and Minifigs.
Because there's so much positive media about them everywhere, Brian thought that this would be the perfect store to finally sell his dad's Lego Star Wars collection.
So I wrote up a contract.
In the contract, it says that these are still the family's Lego sets, but every time one gets sold, the store gets to keep a small percentage of each sale.
This was a store's worth of inventory. So that store that day was nothing but my dad.
We are moving over here. I don't understand what the fuck's going on in this video, yeah. But it looks so ugly over here. Ugh. It looks so fucking bad on stream. Ugh. Good boy. Yeah, you like calling other men good boy, don't you? Haha, I win. Ah! Yeah, I bet you like that, don't you, bitch? You good little bottom. You're right, Craddy. No. I switched around on you. You don't get to win this one. No, I win.
That's collection. Like,
no.
all the shelves filled. They had to bring in extra shelves and filled the whole party room with shelves.
But the owner of the franchise, this woman, well, her husband had to actually leave the country due to some work-related reasons.
My husband and I were planning on moving out of the country. I reached out to corporate to let them know, hey, this is something that's coming up in the next like 4 to 5 months.
She told the Bricks and Minifigs head corporation that she was planning on selling the store, so the corporation actually was able to find a buyer to buy it from her.
They let me know that they had somebody who was interested in purchasing a franchise.
So they're going through a middleman?
He was going to be in town and he was going to stop by and just take a look at it. It wasn't until Brandon got there that he informed me that they were terminating my franchise agreement. We were getting threats from Brandon and from corporate that if we didn't leave the store immediately, the police were going to be called. I told corporate I wasn't comfortable leaving that night without the inventory. I was also told I was not going to be able to stay there long enough to do that inventory.
But we don't just have to take this woman's word for it. She was actually able to save all the security camera footage from that night, proving that everything she just said is true.
All the footage and evidence is there. In the security cam footage, it's him at the store kicking her out. In that footage they sent us is Crystal asking him, how am I supposed to pay this guy? These are sets he has not been paid for.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
So, man leaving country, biggest Star Wars Lego set in America, $200,000, ran a store. He's going to sell the store, the franchise store. They start to organize to have it sold through a middleman to somebody else. The middleman demands that he comes and sees the franchise, but while he's there, he says that they're not allowed to take the inventory home. No? What am I missing here from the story? That's how I under. Man give Lego set to store to sell his Lego set. You're telling me that this guy sold it to a store and then...
In that footage they sent us is Crystal asking him, how am I supposed to pay this guy? These are sets he has not been paid for.
He hasn't sold
These
it.
are ones that have...
Okay, sorry. I'm a little... For some reason, I'm not following... I think it's because I'm eating and drinking and reading chat. So, he gave his inventory to a franchise store to just sell his product, and then the store gets a little bit of profit, and he gets a little bit of profit. Bada bing, bada bang. He's selling his whole inventory because he's leaving. It's all still his property. The store is just selling on a commission for him. Got you. Thank you so much. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry. My apologies. So I just got a little bit confused at the start. I thought it was his franchise and this is his wife. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. I thought it was his franchise.
He has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
His own corporation is sitting there on video saying they're going to take it.
After this woman got kicked out of her own store, she called Brian explaining how corporate just came down and is now trying to take the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection without paying for it. So, Brian called the store to see what was going on.
Called the store, and I said, what happened to Crystal? And he goes, well, that's kind of a private matter, but the corporation's taken over the store. There's something I can do to help you with. I said, well, yeah. I am the owner of about half your store's inventory. All those vintage Star Wars sets you have in there are ours. And he goes, I don't know anything about that. I said, well, you better get to learn about it because I have a contract, I have photo evidence, video evidence, like that is our collection. So I went down to the store, brought a copy of the contract. We're like, you need to let me in back and let me see the sets that you still have. All you have to do is let me in back. We can go that route or we can go to court. And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms and goes, let me tell you what's gonna happen. If we go to court, we're gonna drag this thing out so long and you're gonna end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten on it, that it ain't worth it, man. So if that's the route you wanna go, and I go, that's really the route you wanna go, rather than just letting me walk in there, and he goes, nope.
Dang.
What am I to do?
Bro! Bricks and Minifigs knows that this family, especially with the father's health, doesn't have the resources to take them to court. And almost mockingly, they've since flooded all of their social media with tons of pictures of Star Wars Legos. At this point, it seems like they're just rubbing it in this family's face that they stole the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection.
Why didn't anybody tell me? The boys were talking about it in the gym, but whoa!
In the world, and they got away with it.
Everybody is absolutely baffled. How the hell can a corporation get away with doing that?
Yeah.
And why are the cops not helping?
But luckily for Brian, a YouTuber ended up catching wind of this story and created a team of YouTubers to do whatever they could to get Brian his Legos back.
This is the full inventory of all the sets and minifigs.
We can figure out how to get this guy his money and his stuff back.
But right after they started, they instantly stopped working on this case. So I called one of them to find out why.
Don't tell me.
They were threatening legal action against us. You know, Bricks and Minifigs, which is a pretty big company who probably has way more resources than we can, you know, really put up a fight against.
Bricks and Minifigs knows that they can just bully anyone that tries to expose them with frivolous lawsuits. And this left...
I'm just watching a video.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just watching it. I'm not involved at all. I am not involved, Summer Desta. I'm not involved.
Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry to the YouTube video viewers, but I should probably turn this off before I get copyright striked for reacting to this guy's video as well. Sorry, talking about getting sued. If you're watching on YouTube, come and join us over on Twitch. I'm so sorry about that, but I don't want to get striked and stuff like that because we've actually gotten striked once. Which is fair. It's his video. I'm just reacting to it. I don't want to profit off it any more than just reacting on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see you over on